Hey, internet friends, you can turn your ideas that you've got swirling around in your brain that you might need a website for into an internet reality using Squarespace. They make it easier than ever to launch any one of your ideas into a real project where you can showcase your work or sell people dolls or post your nudes or whatever it is that you want to do.
No, you can't. You can post your notes.
Well, you can use beautiful templates for whatever it is that you do want to do with your website. And you can customize pretty much anything that you're looking at. And Squarespace has 24/7 award-winning customer support line. So you always will have someone there to help you if you need it. You can head to squarespace.com/read for a free trial now. And when you're ready to launch, you can use the offer code READ to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. So go start something cool and fun, and let's move on.
Hey y'all, today's episode is also brought to you by Philo. Philo has over 50 of your favorite channels like Discovery, AMC, A&E, Lifetime, and so many more. You can enjoy live and on-demand TV plus unlimited recording for only $20 a month, and that's with no contract necessary. Philo works on Roku, iOS, Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. So to start your free trial instantly with no credit card needed, go to philo.tv/read. That's philo.tv/READ. Get started with Philo today. Now let's start the show.
You treat me like I'm a princess. I'm not used to liking the You asked how my day was. You already won me over.
Come on, white girl.
In spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault.
Woo, a jam.
How bad did it need to be, or was it for her to be like, you asked me how my day was, nigga?
And fuck you is how it was.
Now here I am, head over feet.
Man.
Because this nigga said, hey, how was your day?
Alanis had some real ass songs, man.
I'm a Jagged Little Pill baby. Everybody knows I stand for the Morissette. So
me and the whole white ass cheerleading squad went up for Jagged Little Pill, let me tell you.
What a great album.
That album helped me blend in at my mostly white middle school.
A moment in time it was.
It's very useful for me. Shout out. I hope she's doing well.
I hope so.
Alanis, I hope you in Canada not worrying about America's bullshit and, doing well, having all the maple syrup you want.
Well, apparently MAGA has a Canadian division, as we talked about on the show.
Are you fucking kidding?
You remember that read?
Oh, right. Oh, my God.
From Homegirl? The fact that like, why are you wearing a MAGA hat?
What are you doing here?
We live in Canada.
This isn't America. Why do you even care?
Right.
White Canadians, you could just go on down there and we have like this border situation where, white people.
If you love racism so much, why don't you marry it?
And the best way to marry racism? Moving to the United States of America. There's just nothing that shows your dedication to being a bigot more than voluntarily coming here.
You're not brown, so they won't stop you from coming.
Right. It won't be no problem. They actually won't even look at you twice. So, come on.
What's the problem?
Just because being in Canada with that dumb shit, like, no, don't poison the rest of our experience, bitch. Like, we came here to have a good time, to watch some hockey, to complain about the weather. We did not come here for America's dumb shit. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Shara Jackson.
And I am Angela Bassett. Why not?
This is The Read. Thanks for listening. Another week. Here we are. Lots to discuss. First of all, Black excellence.
Hope nobody does anything on our way out of the studio again.
Oh, well, how we can. What are we supposed to do about that?
It just always happens.
So, congratulations to all of the Black women who swept the pageants recently. Chesley Christ, Miss USA. for the 2019 of things. Nia Franklin is Miss America for the 2019 of things. And Miss Teen USA is Kaylee Garris. So congratulations to you ladies. You look gorgeous and beautiful. I caught clips of their highlights from the pageants, and while I did not watch them personally, I can tell you deserve. Also, I love that so many girls were getting life from seeing these crowns atop natural hair and, just black girl magic in general.
Yeah.
I have my own personal opinions about pageants, but 99.9% of that has nothing to do with you ladies
Right.
or any of the other women who compete in them. So
Right.
congratulations to you and in your magic moment. You look great.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you girls. Like,
absolutely.
Y'all went out there and y'all won. Y'all did it. Talents and all that shit. You did that.
That's right.
Gorgeous, just beautiful girls. It don't make no fucking sense.
I just finally Googled a second ago what the difference is between Miss USA and Miss America, because I've never cared to.
It's just who owns it.
That's really what I assumed of my life.
Anybody can have a pageant. It don't matter.
But I mean, there's shade even in like the inception of some. Anyway,
no, that's true. But we're not trying to get into pageant history.
Also, congratulations and honoration and no holleration or hateration to Texas student Toby Phillips, who is the first Black valedictorian in the 125-year history of Alvin High School. Mm-hmm. This young woman has a 6.9 cumulative GPA.
Nigga.
On a 4.0 scale.
I'm very sorry, little girl. I didn't mean to say that terrible word during your accomplishment, but nigga, what? I did not know your GPA could go that high. Whoa,
so she sits atop of a class that consists of approximately 2,800 students, only 86 of which are Black.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the hell? Oh, all kind of transgressions she has had to overcome. I know them white folks have been cutting the fuck up.
Those white parents.
They are incensed.
Steaming.
Bitch.
86 goddamn niggers goddamn down to that goddamn school, and you couldn't beat near one of them.
That was horrible.
No, it was a pretty good.
It was really ugly. This is supposed to be a beautiful moment. I just made it so ugly.
Well, yeah, we are making it a little ugly, but that's just the truth of them motherfuckers. So, wow. I'm surprised they haven't already tried to make up a fake white boy to take her spot and change the grades on the low.
Well, actually, if you pay close attention to the documents we found this morning on our app, it shows here that Tad Montgomery has actually...
I hate you.
Congratulations.
Yes, go off. They're going to be pissed at graduation. Oh,
Miss Phillips is planning to attend the nursing school of the University of Texas at Austin, where she received a full ride 40-acre scholarship.
Of course she did.
So it's the most prestigious scholarship that the school offers. Only 16 students were chosen out of 4,000 of the girls. So...
Wait, Texas only has 4,000 freshmen? That can't be right. Well, yes, it can.
Maybe
that
just
sounds low. Anyway, that's not what matters. What matters is that this is an incredibly exclusive scholarship, and this girl got it at a damn good school on top of that. So,
and she's adorable.
I just have nothing but pride in that. Shout out to her.
Last but not least, I just want to say, Tyra, you look great on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Don't she? I was like, what? I hope Tyra's not still on that. Oh, I'm so fat. Everybody makes fun of me for being fat thing. Because, girl, you look phenomenal.
But looking at her and knowing her story, it makes sense that she thought that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She can't help the fact that she's curvy, and
right. She can't help that she has always had them big ass titties.
Always and forever. No
matter how skinny she was, she had them big ass titties. So
but
now it's just
hips.
you still are you just. I don't even know. It's probably an extra 15 pounds. It don't even look like a whole lot of weight. It just looks like grown ass, sexy ass woman on the cover of this.
She honestly just looks like the body that the girls crave. And
right.
This
She
is
looks
just me,
like-
Tyra, not even
Yep.
in my prime.
Yep, it's just what the Kardashians, usually try to order when they go to the surgeon. So she really looks just phenomenal. I said I might have to fuck around and buy a Sports Illustrated just to have it.
Why does Sports Illustrated have a swimsuit issue?
Don't wait. Isn't it? Oh hell! I was about to sit here and ponder whether Sports Illustrated is really even still in production. Because who the fuck?
I mean, I think so.
I feel like there's so many sports websites, but I know the swimsuit
websites
edition.
haven't completely killed magazines yet.
Not yet.
Shockingly.
They keep acting like it's close though.
Mhm.
But regardless, I know that swimsuit edition is probably going to be coming out forever. So
Yeah, I doubt seeing it going. I've just never under. I mean, I know why.
yeah, but that black ain't nowhere close to cracking on Tyra Banks. Nowhere close. She just looks so good.
Sorry, I didn't watch Life Size 2, sis. You slayed. Magazine. I owed you a shot at it. But.
Oh no.
Well, here we
Is
are.
that all the positivity?
There might be some positive. Okay.
That wasn't. That was not
So this
it.
week in our pop culture segment that is called Hot Tops, Enemy of the Prostate. There we go.
That's very clever.
So
I like that a lot.
there's so many ways you can go with it. You know?
I like it a lot.
It depends on your definition of enemy. But anyway, enema of the prostate.
I really was just like, are we gonna pick it up? Because it's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
I feel like I did enema of the state before.
You probably did.
Oh, no, I did behind enema lines.
You know what?
All right. Who knows? I've just been doing this for too long. So let's just get the Met Gala out of the way.
Animal lines.
It's when you squeeze the Fleet bottle
Yep.
at full,
And the ridges,
and it just like that. It's when you're behind it, when you haven't fully come in.
Yeah.
You know.
So the streams.
I'll just take a shower and use a rag.
Okay, well, I know
What?
my body.
I mean, and that is what it boils down to. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Oh boy.
So the Met Gala happened. It's over, thank God. And
You were not here for it, I guess. Just didn't care.
I don't even understand why it's still a highly publicized event. I mean, I do because money, but. Y'all girls, I mean, do y'all be trying? I don't understand. Okay.
I mean, the answer for a lot of them is no. They do not be trying. They just be glad they got an invite, and so they put on something pretty and go. And I'm honestly not even mad at that, but it's supposed to be a theme.
It's a costume event.
Yeah.
And this year's theme was literally do the most.
Yep.
Like that's what it was.
Yeah, it was like you cannot be judged for coming up in here at your most tacky, like at your most outlandish, almost garish. Just come up here being absolutely over the fucking top.
Now, camp is a thin line.
Oh,
But it's
absolutely
not-
is.
It's like the girls either didn't get it and so they just didn't try, or they were like, bitch, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
I'm just going to put on some shit and go take my pictures, and the girls can't say I wasn't at the Met Gala.
Right.
Like, okay.
And that's that.
Fine. But
The people who really sold it did an incredible job.
yeah, so shout out to Janelle Monáe, Lupita, Billy Porter. You girls are my best dressed, personally. I feel like each and every single one of you served a plate that really the rest of the girls could simply eat from or starve.
What's that white boy's name?
Ezra Miller? Which one?
Is it the one who did the half masculine, half feminine look?
Where he had the eyes all over his face?
No, although I did like that one as well. That one was
That
weird.
one was Ezra Miller. I loved it.
But the one where he like literally one half was a pink dress with a masculine face and the other half was a suit with a feminine face.
See, I don't even know what you're talking
And
about.
I think that's the same boy who did a song with Taylor Swift. And that's why I'm trying to look up his name because he's in Panic at the Disco.
Right, yes.
Brendan Urie, that's his name. I really liked that.
He's okay.
And there was you don't like, what's
I'm
wrong?
just, no,
Is he
by
problematic?
association.
Oh,
By
okay.
association.
Oh, the Taylor.
I'm just momentarily
Right.
tired.
No, I got you.
Um,
But yeah.
Yeah, in fairness, I didn't see everyone, but I did see a lot of them. Besides the girls that I just named, Gaga ate, Lizzo ate.
Yes. Somebody on Twitter said Lizzo looked like don't nobody bring me no bad news. And I said, that's exactly it. She looked like
She gave me like, you know,
like Black Mrs. Roper.
she gave me like what the fuck is the chick in Chicago?
The chicken in Chicago.
Not chicken. Not the chicken.
Oh, I'm like, Harold's?
Mama, what, no.
Oh, Mama Morton?
Yes.
Matron
It gave
Mama
me
Morton.
like that with some Dynasty with a little Blanche Devereaux.
Okay.
And just the right amount of extra,
Right.
but still glam.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
Here we are on the point.
Right.
Oh my God. It's almost like there was a
Right.
theme.
Yeah, and I really don't understand why most of y'all, or why a lot of y'all didn't seem to work with drag queens, because drag queens literally, this is what they do. This is literally what they do.
All you had to do, you have like 13, 14 seasons of Drag Race that you could have looked at for inspiration. And you girls just wanted to wear whatever the fuck you was thinking, your second choice for last year's VMAs. I'm bored.
Oh, not last year's VMAs. Oh, and Jordan Roth. I really liked Jordan Roth's. Did you see this? This big ass cape thing?
No, I didn't.
I love it. It's glorious.
Okay.
His arms are all spread out.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
He looks like a moth from Harry Potter or something.
Okay, I'm fucking with that. Yes.
Of course, Billy Porter, you saved my life. How dare you come out here with 6 pieces of trade carrying you up on this goddamn golden like, absolutely magnificent. I loved
gasped.
Like, I wasn't even shocked as this is the thing about Billy Porter's sleigh that always takes my breath away. I'm never shocked. Because it's always like, of course you did.
Right.
But I never see it coming at the same time.
Yes, that's exactly it. It was like, I was stunned by the pure artistry, the absolute nailing of the fucking theme, and the 100% commitment from head to toe. Like, I feel like some of y'all just thought I'm going to get a little bit goofy with my dress, but I'm going to have, very average or everyday makeup, hair, shoes even. And it's like, girl, it's not selling it if you only are putting forth effort in one place. But everything about Billy Porter, from the entrance to the tiniest details on that outfit, just... I literally, when I saw the one of him with his wings spread on the carpet, I literally said, the rest of you can go. Like, I know I will see some.
Just don't come in.
I'll see some incredible outfits tonight, but nothing is going to do for me what this has
Enter through the back.
And, and when I saw Janelle Monáe's titty blinking at me, I evaporated. The eye blinked.
No, that was my reaction.
Right.
Like, is she...
When I was like, what? Is her titty winking at me?
And the other eyeball was like a little bag, like a clutch.
Yeah, and then the hats and everything, it just was.
I mean, where were you girls?
Phenomenal.
What?
Shout out to Christian Siriano, because you did that.
I loved Lena's zoot suit, especially when I realized that the pinstripes were actually the lyrics from Take Me or Leave Me, whatever the lesbians sing and rap.
And I appreciated the shout out to Black drag queens on the back of the suit too.
Absolutely, because when I saw that the theme was camp or camp notes on fashion, whatever it was called, I was like, oh, okay, so drag queens. And then
of course,
minutes later, I see her with this zoot suit on that says that on the back of it. So I was like, yes, I live.
Tessa Thompson in her dominatrix ass outfit. That long ass ponytail / whip.
Yes. Sierra, I liked Sierra's green outfit with that big ass afro.
Oh, man.
That was nice.
Loved it.
Cardi looked cute, but I couldn't help but think when I saw her dress up first. The first thing that came to my mind, I swear to God, was when you're looking for that ooh, I feel, come to Mattress Giant. When you want that ooh, I did.
What?
We've got the best price for that ooh, I bet.
Is this a local commercial?
Only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, ah. Was that really like a regional thing?
Yeah, because Mattress Giant is not a store where I'm from.
Damn.
I never heard of this.
Okay,
ad.
so a scoop of y'all will get that reference.
Okay, right.
Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Only at Mattress Giant.
You weren't really
Look
into
up the
this
Mattress
jingle.
Giant jingle when you get a chance, bitch. That song was like everywhere in my childhood. And then it ended with some woman gasping ooh ah in a very sexual way that I just felt was like, is she glad that she's finally getting some rest, or is she having an orgasm?
Are the mattresses red, or did she just look like a mattress to you?
She just looked like a bed to me.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. But a classic.
Is that it?
When you want that ooh ah, hey, got the pride. Ooh ah, babe.
You know, I thought she looked
Holy and mattress giant.
She looked like a big ass clot, but a very expensive clot. Like, not that I didn't like the look. I appreciated the craftsmanship, the work that went into it. I think more than I really fucked with the overall presentation. But I did also think she looked good and nailed it.
I feel like she did nail the theme in terms of, you know, camp or whatever. She kind of looked like
her $1 million nipples.
Like Rita Repulsa's sister from Uptown that we didn't know about because she's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
And she finally came out of her castle or whatever. So not against it.
Kind of like how I didn't really love Zendaya's outfit, like the whole Cinderella thing. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this with regard to the theme, but I did really love the way that she came in and then her stylist did the bippity boppity boop thing and then the dress just gradually lit up the way it does in the movies. I was like, okay, I'm fucking with that part.
Yeah, I feel like the whole thing was pretty great. I really liked Zendaya's dress as an event being what you just described.
Yeah.
And also that I guess that she was trying to use that as her way of saying, so I'm no longer a Disney girl.
Right.
And here's my tribute to that. Because that was something that she sort of alluded to in her caption, I guess, when she posted it. But I guess I feel you in the fact that it's like, it was Cinderella's dress.
Right.
So.
And then, I mean, the hair and everything. I'm like, I get it. Like the white.
It's campy.
Casey Musgraves looking like a Barbie. I said, I get that. I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever Kim Kardashian had on. I don't know why the body contrast for this for the
dress that Beyonce wore like 3-4 years at the Met.
Billionth time. But them water droplets suspended off of her, brilliant. That looked incredible. Okay. Not giving any compliments to her necessarily, but whoever constructed that did an incredible job. And she looked good.
Okay.
Her face was pretty. Who else did I really like? I don't want to be negative and point out the obvious.
I'm sure that there were some really great girls that I just didn't see, but I want to tell you I saw very many. So
a lot of them were just unremarkable, or the people whose names I don't know.
It was right. It wasn't that I think that like almost everyone that I saw looked good, but a lot of the time it was like, do you know that you're at the Met Gala? Right. Like, do you like this is, and the theme was girl. Go there.
Yes. Take it there and then take it further. That was the whole idea. But all right, you know, ain't nobody invite me nowhere.
Listen, I was at the house.
Nobody asked me to go anywhere, okay? I was at home in my H&M and Zara finest, judging what the rest of y'all had on.
Well, I'm usually nude at home. Sorry I was doing that.
All right. A lot of the boys are going to appreciate
at home, nonetheless.
That visual. All right.
What else is going on? Oh, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have welcomed their baby into the world. His name is Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. I failed to learn so much about like the royal family and titles today.
Right.
Because I was like, okay, why is that his last name? And then I discovered that all of these niggas have different, like, I don't really know exactly how it works. And I know the queen has to, or I think the queen has to approve all the names of all the royal babies that are born. But some shit about her granddaddy did some shit and then she switched some shit around from William's baby. But this one is the Earl of Sweatshirt. What is this? He's the Earl of
Sussex?
No, it's a different place.
Really? Isn't Meghan the Duchess of Sussex?
Dumbledore. Yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with him. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how this works. I know that y'all will help me. The
same set as his mom.
But see, I don't think that has nothing to do with that. I think they be like on Game of Thrones last week when Homeboy came in there with a crossbow and he was like, I want that shit. No, bitch.
Right.
No, you're not going to give me the fucking West End flea market district.
I don't want that.
No. Mm-mm. I want the high-end shit, girls.
I want the nice one.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I failed to understand. But what I did seem to understand is that because he doesn't have like a title in his name, like Lord of blank or Earldom of whatever, that implies that they want him to have kind of a regular, chill life as much as he can.
Well, I thought I thought it was just, Harry's the second son, so his kids are not going to have those
I mean, right. The boy's like seventh in line or something like that anyway. But I don't think that means that he can't be titled or that he's any less like.
Child, don't give me the line because I do not know how them white folks do their whole.
The nigga's name is Archie. He's here. He's kicking. Brand spanking new. Megan had him like 3 smooth days ago.
And she looked it too. Like,
right.
I'm ready to go sit down with my
I'm not
baby.
even done swelling.
Right.
Like,
bye, y'all. And put heels on. You niggas would have got my finest in flip-flops, okay?
I said, you love this white man. Because not only that, but it's like 2 days later, you have plans to go and show this fresh baby to the whole ass world due to, like the politics of it all, I guess.
It's kind of like what you have to do, I guess.
Right. And then when I watched like the little small interview they did after they showed the baby off, these niggas are asking them like, so, what's he like? What's his personality like? And I'm like, the nigga just got, how the fuck are they supposed to know? He shits.
Like, I mean, he got here 2 days ago, so we still trying to figure that out. Like when the man asks who he looks like.
Which one does he look like? Who does he look like more?
He looks like an elbow. We're gonna
wrinkly.
Give it a minute,
yes.
right? The nigga is not even aired out all the way.
He looks like a weenus. That's what the skin of your elbow is called.
Weenus?
Your
No.
weenus.
The fact that I was about to be like, is that the biological term? How have I never heard this?
It's your weenus.
I hate you. Oh, yeah, but those questions I felt were just idiotic. And Megan was just like smiling. And, yeah, sweet baby, just got him. So still trying
to. Real calm and just hanging out.
How do you like being a mom? Literally, it just happened. So far, so good. But 48 hours ago. So
even
give me
like
a minute.
Before we got to see her when he just came out, when Harry came out by himself in that other clip by himself and was just like announcing the baby that had been born and was gleeful ear to ear. And they asked him some shit like, out of all of the births you've experienced or something like that, I'm sure this being your own son must just be like, wow. And Harry was like, well, haven't been to that many births. This is among the first, but pretty great.
It's
Love him to pieces.
Their questions are it's that whole process. It's just bizarre. You
can tell that Harry's just like of a different generation. He's doing it because it's a family thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just, he's a prince. Right. Okay, girl.
But is he really married to all this bullshit?
He's just like, if I could kick back with a Dr. Pepper and watch my newborn and not talk to you niggas.
That would be great.
Well.
And Megan looked like she felt the exact same way. Like, what would actually be phenomenal right now? A Hot Pocket and chilling with my baby. In that order. I don't give a fuck about this. Them tall ass heels. I said, that's a better bitch than me.
Child.
I'll let you know.
But congratulations, you guys.
Yeah, I am very happy for them. Archie. I love that name. I got a cousin and an uncle named Archie. So
really?
Yes. Starchy Archie, what they call him.
Of course.
So as far as I'm concerned, that baby is Starchy Archibald of Sussex or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But I'm surprised that the questions wasn't even worse because they were just raggedy.
Maybe they were told, like, you get 3 questions total. Choose wisely.
It might have been helpful to have a woman in the room.
And then they asked this nigga, so who does he look like? He's 48 hours old.
Nigga, we do not know. He got to air out all the way first. You can't just steam your baby. You got to give him a minute. Mess.
Speaking of babies, it seems Keisha Cole is having one. She announced via Instagram and showed off her baby bump. That's right. The 37-year-old singer is expecting her second child with her 23-year-old boyfriend, Nico Hale.
All right.
Aspiring rap artist.
Oh, no.
So
I was hoping Nico Hale was, an accountant at a local firm or just anything other than aspiring rapper.
23-year-old musician.
Yikes.
They've been together for a little over a year, I believe. And
okay, so as someone who is currently 36, the idea of a 22-year-old stepping to me about anything other than my Postmates is frankly unacceptable. I do not understand how you did anything other than fuck that nigga a couple times and move on. How?
Wow.
Love? 22? Okay, girl. All right. Good luck, Mazel, because, girl, what?
And he looks super young, too.
He's 3 years old.
And it shows.
Jesus. You know, we all need love. God damn, dog.
Look at them together.
It looked like a boy and his auntie.
I was just about to say, like, he looks like he took this selfie with his much older sister who used to come down to this school when people was picking on her little brother.
That's me, because me and my brother was 13 years old.
Yeah.
I was that sister. Tell Adam to come on, because I'm ready to go.
So, walk right into the classroom.
Which one of y'all little niggas was talking to my little brother?
Which one of you little ashy weenus ass pieces of shit was talking about my brother's edge up or whatever?
Because I'm not grown. I'll whoop your ass.
I don't give a fuck.
Play with me. Tell your mama.
But congratulations, you guys.
Yeah. You know, a baby is a blessing.
Here's to a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby and all of the fun in the world.
Yes, amen to that.
I expect to hear about you guys entering the reality show contract
Any day now.
any one of the days.
Where's
So God
Mona?
bless the things.
Because you know it's coming.
It's inevitable.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely going to happen.
What's this little nigga name? Nico something?
Nico Hale.
Nico Hale. Let me see.
doubt that's
Maybe
his
I'll
government.
like, well, no. But maybe I'll like his music.
Yeah, you never know. I've never listened to it.
Yeah, I'll put him on my list. Maybe I will. You know, help him pay his child support.
Wow.
Oh, I don't think I'm spelling it right.
Yeah, Wendy's has been watching child support for their 18-year-old.
18-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
What additional child rearing is to be done at this point?
That nigga is grown.
Right. Like
He don't need no support from you.
that's a legal adult. So child support for what?
And alimony. And what's the third thing?
Now the alimony don't surprise me, but child support. Oh Lord,
And
is it
spousal support.
ain't
I think that's what alimony
and
is.
spousal support the
Something
same thing?
else. Let me find it.
Is it like the former Mr. Blige who has Mary paying his child support for his other kids?
No, I think it's strictly for Kevin Hunter Jr.
Okay, well that don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah, I'm confused
because that
as
is a
well.
legal adult. That person can join the army. What?
I
Child
don't.
support. He's probably out of high school or finna graduate here in a couple of months. What the hell?
I just.
No, I'm not giving you child support, for the next 3 months
I
until
don't
our
want any
kid goes
child
to college.
support. He wants her to pay Kevin's college tuition.
Well, that's my son. How is that any of your business?
So you want her to do all of the things she was doing and would have done anyway because she is the one.
He's the
with
one who was making money? Okay, well, sounds legit.
Kevin,
This is why you don't marry these niggas without a prenup. Oh my God, fuck love, girl.
if you don't just make it to go play and get your stuff.
Like, I just feel like everybody around Kevin just need to do that slap upside the back of the head. Like, nigga, go sit down somewhere. Child support for an 18-year-old, you should feel like a fucking fool. I want to be the judge in that case.
Like, Dad, I can pay my own child support.
Sometimes I really think about going to law school or some shit just for the opportunity to one day be a judge and tell niggas exactly how fucked up they got the game.
The universe is not ready for that.
No, right. I don't think the planets are about to shift and align for that to happen.
Maybe in the next lifetime.
I mean, if Kim Kardashian can do it.
You know what? You didn't even.
Although she's not going to law school. She's just going to intern at a law office for 6 years and then try to pass the bar. The fact that California lets you do that should make you wary of hiring a lawyer in California. I just want my lawyer to have gone to lawyer school. I like that idea a lot. Not saying that you can't learn as an apprentice. Not even saying that. I actually feel like some on-the-job training as a lawyer is a good idea. But I just really want you to have been them niggas who spent 18 hours a day studying and stressing out over all the bullshit y'all had to read. I really want that.
I would just want for whoever her clients are to watch her. You know those interviews that Vogue does where they ask you like a bunch of rapid questions in your house?
Oh, yes. Tracy Ellis Ross's is so good.
There are a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
I would say that if she's representing you, watch that and just see.
Well, she's been doing a decent job of getting people freed on bullshit
I'm not
convictions.
taking that away from her.
Me
It's
either.
okay.
So I would love to see her continue to do that. just, this whole overall, these next few years. If that's going to be her thing, getting niggas out of jail who don't need to be there, then I am all for that. Don't let me discourage her.
I thought that video actually was really cute at first because like she very quickly goes into like one of the bedrooms and all three of the children are in there with Kanye.
Oh, really?
And so it's very much a like candid moment because the children don't give a fuck. Like they don't give a fuck. Like Saint was like, okay, can we go play now? And Mommy's like,
Vogue means nothing
one
to
second. I don't care about your seconds. You want now is the time that we play. Like,
okay, now I'm gonna
North
look at
comes
it
in for her little shot. Chicago's over there just being a perfect
those
baby.
kids are so cute.
It was really cute. And then she walked into another room by herself and that was over.
This has to be the nicest number of things we've said about Kim Kardashian consecutively in at least 2 years. What else was... Oh, did you see North's little cover shoot? Her little photo shoot for whatever... I don't know if it's like some kiddo magazine or what, but she is just so... Oh, my God.
I did see her making slime on YouTube with that white girl with the rainbow shit in her hair.
Oh, JoJo.
That...
The kids love JoJo.
What? Don't they?
They go
JoJo's
up
like 29 now.
It don't even... JoJo is like they Blue's Clues. They fuck
That's
with
insane.
her the long way. Remember we were doing that show and JoJo... I don't even remember what city we were in. They were like, yeah, JoJo's coming to this same venue next week. She sold out in like...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, maybe it was just me having this conversation.
Probably.
That sounds about right. Mm-hmm. But JoJo was coming to the same venue we played at and she had sold it out in like 20 minutes and had to add another date. It was absurd.
And just for clarity, we're not talking about the white African-American singer JoJo.
Oh, no, that would make a lot more sense. We're talking about JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, the little dancing white child.
And the parents know who we're talking about. Jay cannot stand her. Jade has actually banned Noah from watching JoJo videos. Bitch, don't keep her from the fucking video. She said, not in my house. Hey, JoJo, bitch is not living in my house.
I don't even know anything about that child. I'm just playing.
Right, I mean, she's not for me because I am not
anything.
a child.
Right.
So I don't pay her no mind. I just know kids love her.
I just know kids love her, right?
So it's entertaining to me that parents are like, I would rather die than go to another JoJo event, buy a JoJo wig, another fucking YouTube video, none of that shit. But shout out
to all you niggas who be taking these babies out to see Bubble Guppies live and motherfucking...
Oh yeah, Lion King on ice. No, that Frozen, oh God.
Girl.
All the tourists Frozen did.
I can't imagine sitting for like 2 hours straight.
Hell no, man.
Watching Dora run back and forth on this goddamn stage talking about like nothing. It's one thing when I'm, trying to go and renew my driver's license or some shit and I got to hear this bitch on your iPad for 4 hours. But like, at least I have distractions.
The DMV is like that. Oh my God.
I need an iPad when I take these niggas. Anyway.
Woo, that's real.
Rasby will be facing no charges for the domestic violence situation we discussed last week where he reportedly got arrested for strangling his girlfriend. He released, this isn't really an iOS press release. This is like a real ass press release with a header and everything from whoever is representing him. So it's more of an Insta release.
Okay. Because that's where it came out. Okay.
But I'm going to skip over this first paragraph. But it says Rasby takes full responsibility for his actions. This incident represents a turning point after years of isolation, suppressed emotions, and unhealthy coping mechanisms in response to childhood trauma. He intends to seek treatment to become a better man and grow beyond the pain of his worst mistakes. At this time, Rasby needs support and privacy as he begins a journey toward greater healing. Rasby apologizes to his family, his fans, and most importantly, his group mates of B2K, who he considers brothers and never... I also had that reaction.
That's most important?
Right.
What?
These niggas barely like, I don't know. He said that Omarion was really supportive while he was like struggling through this more recent tour. So maybe they're on better terms. I don't know. But still, family and fans, who he considers his brothers and never intended to disappoint in this way. Being on the tour has forced deep-seated issues to resurface that must be addressed, and Rasby is committed to doing the work necessary to heal and grow. So God bless him in his journey, girl.
Yeah. Kind of felt like the girlfriend was the one who deserved the apology more than anybody else. That just immediately leapt out at me.
But I mean, like, you just faced no charges because there wasn't enough evidence, right?
Right. Not because you didn't hit her.
Right. And then,
put your hands on
but then
her.
you have your publicist release this statement that basically implies that you did exactly what was said that you did.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to get the help to, become a better man.
Which, yeah, I fully support what was put into this statement. I do believe there's a such thing as healing from childhood trauma, and I know Rasby has been through some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that is fine with me. And really, I just feel like this whole issue, like the domestic violence part of it, that needs to be worked out between the two of them, or the conversation needs to be had, or whatever.
Right. It's essentially none of our business, for real.
Right. It's not really none of my business. It was just that part of the release where the most important apology went out to B2K. I was just like,
right, because you missed
all,
2 shows?
So many people tweeted me and said, didn't miss Rasby
Same.
Did not miss that nigga at all.
I got countless videos at the B2K show, girl. 3 niggas on stage and I'm still having a blast. Reporting live and I'm out.
For real, them niggas was like little photojournalists being like having a great time at B2K without Rasby.
For anyone wondering, don't miss her. I was like, okay.
Like even them other 3 niggas can't be that like stressed out about it. Hell, they probably splitting them checks 3 ways instead of 4. So
Rasby was always ranked at the bottom in terms of desire and like, performance anyway. No shade. I really do hope that he gets the help that he needs, because even before this domestic violence story came out, it became clear on this tour alone. I need to mention all of the other signs that Rasby has shown over the years after B2K. But just, that whole thing with him coming out and quitting and then coming back and stuff like that. Like, we get it. And, hopefully he can move on to healing. But I agree as well that this could have been worded a little bit differently. I feel like your family, the woman that you allegedly put your hands on, they should have gotten the most important.
Right. Even though it's not even really allegedly at this point.
I mean, right. There we are. But
deep-seated issues came back up and you took them out on probably the one person who has been riding for you the hardest.
And tolerating all of your shit. Yep. It's always that way.
Woo. You know what? My strength and best of luck to her, because this is complicated to move on from.
Michelle Williams is apparently back with Bubba Sparks after she was spotted at she spotted at the Kentucky Derby with her white love, Chad Johnson. Once again,
we don't like it.
Looking cute and close. No word yet if their reality show will be coming back, but
it oughtn't, but this relationship needs to not come back either. Again, this is none of my business, but I don't like that white man for Michelle, and I don't feel like he has overcome his little passive-aggressive racist tendencies, and then that bullshit, the way he just kind of dismissed her mental health and made light of it. I hated it so much.
Hated it.
So, she can forgive him, but I don't have to, just like Beyonce and her man. And it is what it is. I don't like it. No, I don't like him. And you know that. I'm that friend, don't bring me around your man if you know I don't like that nigga, because it ain't gonna take nothing for me to call him out on his shit. I ain't scared of this nigga like y'all are. Anyway, this is more said. This is into my feelings now. Anyway.
But yeah, she was all on people's Instagram, all coupled up. Nene posted a picture with her and some nigga that wasn't Greg, and then Michelle and her man.
Okay.
Or whatever he is to her now. So God bless that sitch.
God bless Michelle.
So Remy Ma's people have also released a statement in regard to this story that keeps on updating about beloved hip-hop child Brittany Taylor supposedly being punched in her eye by Remy Ma at Irving Plaza the other day. So This statement is full of lots of shade, first of all. Let's find some of it.
God.
The alleged incident was said to have taken place nearly 3 weeks ago at Everett Plaza in New York City, where Remy Ma was scheduled to perform for a cancer benefit concert. Taylor, who was not invited to attend the event, accused Mackey of giving her a black eye. Thus far, there's no credible evidence to corroborate Taylor's story. Remy Ma was promptly released on a $1,500 cash bail with a pending charge of misdemeanor. Remy's legal team consisted of, none of that really matters. In addition to the fact that Taylor bypassed numerous police officers that were on the scene to post allegations on her Instagram page and hire a civil lawyer who was known for high-profile lawsuits.
Lord.
Both of Remy's lawyers assert there's credible evidence to support that this is a baseless case and nothing more than a money grab attempt. Remy is currently still on parole. She has approximately 85 days of supervision left of her 5-year post-release sentence. Nevertheless, for the past 4 years and 9 months, she has been a model citizen by maintaining employment. Come on, maintaining employment. That she has.
They want you to do that when you get out. They say that.
Completing all mandatory programs, staying drug-free. Oof.
Fuck that.
I did hear her talking about that weedless life.
Woo.
God bless. Adhering to all rules and has never even had a curfew violation. Meanwhile, Remy remains focused on her family and taking care of her 4-month-old daughter with her husband of 11 years. Her new music being released and her clothing line, where each purchase drives her philanthropic efforts to support women and children impacted by incarceration, assisting with family reunification and career development for released women through the Remy Ma Foundation, aka you girls should live for our client, and she's just over here minding her business and raising her baby and doing things for her hood. And Brittany Taylor is a liar, and we have the evidence to prove it. Meanwhile, Brittany Taylor and her people are saying pretty much the same thing but opposite,
right?
You know, and they're apparently looking for evidence. Like I know that they were saying that they were looking for somebody who might have had a clip. They have witnesses.
I was about to say, it sounds, because what Remy's lawyer said sounded like that bitch can't prove it. That's what that sounded like to me.
Right.
And I really want to believe this is some big reality TV hoax, because I don't want to believe that Remy Ma really punched some bitch when she only had 3 months left on her probation and has a 4-month-old child. I really don't want to believe Remy did that. So I guess we'll see how this shakes out in court, if it ever even makes the court. Wouldn't be surprised if the charges were just dropped miraculously before some new season of something airs. But yeah,
I hope so as well. And Remy, girl, besides filming your show, I would stay at the house.
Right.
Get you some Postmates in your life, honey. Order
all
some
summer.
cute things.
Just gonna be trying to trip you up all summer, girl.
As far away as you can stay from the girls until August or whenever this shit is over.
And then the day after, girl. The day after.
And the very day after.
Videotape yourself with mountains of weed and put it all over Instagram.
Come see about me. And these hands.
No, not these hands. Hands back open for business, bitch. Try me. No,
I know
don't do that.
She's posted a video of her and the baby on Instagram too. The baby is quite literally a joy.
My baby fever is out of control. It is. I wept at Noah's recital on Sunday through the entire thing. Through the entire thing. It started with 3-year-olds, nigga. 3-year-olds. What was I supposed to do? It was a pack of 3-year-olds dancing on stage.
I don't know how y'all put it.
My heart wept. Oh God, it was just so precious.
I don't know how y'all get through them things.
I want to have a baby just to put it in Alvin Ailey. I do, real bad. God help me.
I could deal with the dancers that are like Noah's age because they, can follow a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But the 3-year-olds, like, God bless them because they're starting. Many of them started 3 and then end up being Janet, but
facts. And they gave us a performance at the end of some people who have been in it literally all their lives from the very first step or stage that Alvin Ailey has, and now they're graduating and are a lot of them have scholarships in dance, and
which I love. Shit. I really, really love and admire the dance lifestyle.
But the 3-year-olds are good. That's what cracks me up. They have place markers on the floor, so they know where to go back, and there's a couple teachers on stage to help. But they really knew they fucking routine and was doing their shit. I was like, wait, this is a quality program for people who can't even speak in whole sentences.
I'm just used to seeing them in high schools, and
well, it's a big difference between the 3-year-olds doing a praise dance at your local AME church and 3-year-olds who have been trained.
Jam,
right. 3-year-olds who have been professionally trained.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Anyway, I fucking cried. I can't look at nobody else's kids. Gabrielle Union and that beautiful ass baby she has who looks exactly like her daddy.
I mean, the very same.
I'm like, boy, if that ain't Dwayne's face on an infant.
There it is. Just stamped.
It's so cute. Lord, even Kadeen and them 3 boys, which 3 boys I've always felt like, my God. How do you have the anything to do that?
Shout out to Kadeen and Devalgo. Listen to they've got a new podcast now.
Yes, they do. Deadass. Which is like so perfect.
I mean, what a great
Brooklyn
name.
Niggas.
Go and check their podcast out. They're amazing. And shout out to y'all for parenting 3 boys.
Mother's Day is coming up. Oh, shit, it's this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Shit.
Let me go by the bank. I already know what she want.
I know. There it is.
My mama done asking for real presents. Okay.
Aisha Curry is
Because I know you didn't do that on purpose.
I didn't. Aisha Curry. I was trying to say Aisha Curry currently.
That's a tongue twister.
She's currently in a vortex of memes after she appeared on Red Table Talk with Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. And they were discussing her husbands and then these clips that we've seen. I mean, I'm sure the conversation itself was not about that, but the clips that we've seen so far. They were talking about groupies, how they deal with their men having groupies. And Aisha made a comment about sort of feeling insecure about not receiving the same level of attention from men that her husband receives from women. Which I just found so Aisha. Like it just, and I don't mean that as a bad thing at all. Like she's just always seemed like a woman who, you know, who reads like, what is that shit my mama reads every fucking morning? Daily Bread.
I was about to say, is it one of them daily inspirational Bible quotes?
Yes, every morning.
Passages.
And like applies it to the day and loves her family from her full heart. She on the church
mailing list, okay?
Doesn't care
on Facebook every day
about that nigga's bank account. She just wants to be a wife in a happy marriage with all of the white fences.
Right.
So it was like no shocking to me. I'm like, wait a minute. Aisha, what? Like you don't you feel like you don't get no attention from niggas? Now, your husband is a basketball player.
Right.
Whereas you are a cook and you have these businesses on the side, but women chasing after a basketball player is just going to be different regardless, especially because a lot of women are not going to give a fuck about the fact that he's married. Like it's very...
I mean, because most of these athletes don't care either about the fact that they're married.
Exactly. So it's a culture, sis. So it's about testing the water.
Steph is the only... I was kind of confused. Like, sis, you got probably the only husband in the NBA who is not cheating. And yet you like... It just... It struck me as odd for several reasons, actually. Aisha Curry seems very sweet, you know? Yeah. She seems like the type I would probably get along with her in person. Yeah. I think so. But Aisha has also been like very vocal in the past about not wanting men to look at her, not wanting to be sexualized, not wanting men to talk to her. She used to be a lot more active on Twitter. I don't know if she still is or not, but she used to talk about this sort of thing all the time. And like,
oh, you know what? You're right.
And so now I'm like, what happened?
I remember her causing some whole guffaw one day when she said something about being classiness or when in relation to like what women wear.
She's very much one of those, I'm a classy, wholesome girl, and you women out here with your areolas and your booty cheeks out. You girls, I guess it's cute to show everything on the gram. I like to keep everything covered up for my man.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't understand how you're like, nobody look at me, I'm gorgeous, but only for my husband. And now I'm sad that people don't hit on me. It's like, but you have put out nothing over the past few years other
Maybe
than
Stefan
don't
is-
hit on me, don't sexualize me.
Maybe Stefan has had a surge in his groupiedom since then.
Maybe so. But it would help Aisha to remember that a lot of these women don't give a fuck what Steph Curry looks like. He is a basketball player. I mean, and that's just, I'm not even saying Steph's ugly.
No, I know exactly
But
what you
the
mean.
ugliest niggas
It's
in the
true.
NBA get pussy thrown at them because they're in the NBA.
Right.
Whereas men are pretty much only going to holler at you in the way that you're talking about. If you want dick thrown at you, it's going to have to be, like, I think, first of all, there's a level of respect for you as Steph Curry's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's very
More
much...
so, I would say just for Steph Curry.
For Steph... You're right. You are Steph Curry's...
Like,
you know,
that's
quote,
Steph's
unquote,
wife.
right.
More so than, like, oh, you're a married
Kind of like the
woman.
London Lauren thing, where it's like... London Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You know
all
who
right.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about. It's kind of
absolutely.
like her, and like that's Nipsey's girl, or
Right.
whatever. So, but it's also very much that you have put out this "don't sexualize me" vibe for years, and I don't have no problem with that.
Me neither.
You want to be Christian ass mommy and wife, and you know, building your own businesses and all that. I support it, but
Librarian skirts.
right, it's just very confusing now that you're like, why am I not getting hit on more? You know, it's an ego blow. It's like, girl,
That's a good point.
Aisha, you're a beautiful woman. You want
Like, so
attention from
gorgeous.
men. It would be very, very
She's like,
easy to get.
I don't want it, but I
But
just
want it. You want to know
don't
you
understand.
still... I guess, you know, having 3 kids would make most people insecure about their body. I get that, but Aisha is gorgeous. So it's like, I don't.
I don't. I mean,
I don't
I
get
understand.
it.
Like, I understood what she was saying for sure. I think that you raised an absolutely amazing point that I didn't even really think of before this. But I get where she's coming from. At the same time, I'm also just kind of like, okay, your nigga been playing basketball for a long time. You've been with this nigga for a longer time.
Right.
And
Since y'all were like teenagers, right? Didn't y'all meet at Bible camp or something wholesome like that? Like, bleh.
so, like, I don't even understand how, even if you don't see the niggas that are definitely hollering at you anyway, because come on,
Right.
like in comparison, sure, I'm sure it's nothing compared to her
right,
husband,
right.
but I refuse to believe that there ain't no niggas in Aisha Curry's DMs. I'm just sure that they're not on her radar.
Right.
You
Is
know,
she even checking her DM? Aisha, click on over from your regular inbox on Instagram to that one that says like messages pending or whatever. Go take a look in there. I guarantee you it's at least 50 self-esteem boosting over there,
at
girl.
least a dozen dicks.
Especially after this thing came out. I've seen so many memes. Niggas posted that damn song by Another Bad Creation. Remember Aisha? Niggas
Oh my
was like,
gosh.
we about to be in the DMs just like this. All like ready to let Aisha Curry know that yes, bitch, you are still fine. Like, I don't, maybe she wants men throwing themselves at her feet in person. But again, it's like, right. The energy is not the same when you're a woman dealing with men, and then to be the woman that you are on top of that.
I think that, like we said, there's like this whole thing is that's Steph Curry's wife,
Right.
But and then there's the whole factor of yes, she absolutely has put herself out there as the like I am married and I am wholesome and I know the Lord.
Yes.
So before you look over here with your heathen eyes, no, like
Just know
that's
this
a fact.
is God's body.
But also, like, yeah, just simply because your husband plays basketball, not because he's just the finest nigga in the world,
Right.
but because he's a basketball player,
Yeah.
that energy is just not gonna compare.
Right.
It just isn't.
It's
you
not-
know, so
it just,
you're
but-
not gonna get that energy regardless, just
Right.
because you ain't a nigga
Yeah.
that plays basketball or
I mean,
football or whatever.
And let's be honest, Aisha, everybody knows you're not cheating on Steph Curry. Them niggas know they could throw as much dick at you as they want to. You're not
Is
going to yield.
another fair point.
It's like, girl,
These girls know they can.
they know one day you might just find a crack in that armor because it works on the rest of them.
Oops, I dropped my pen.
And I just so happen to not have any panties on.
Oh my goodness, a draft.
This
whatever.
jersey's too short.
Oh my goodness.
Just whatever. I don't even know what kind of shithoes is coming up with these days.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
it's a lot of things stacked against you, Aisha. Trust us. You're still so pretty, Aisha. You're still like so pretty.
Bitch, she knows she's fucking gorgeous. Like,
I don't know. Was
don't
this
really.
an invitation for like compliments? Because if that's you know, if you just want some compliments, fine. Just stand up in it. I need some fucking compliments.
I get like dealing with that shit on a regular basis and feeling like, you know, whatever, because he deals with so much attention. But like, keeping in mind, as I feel like you should, because he's been playing basketball forever again.
You know what it's like.
It's because he's an athlete. It's not just because, oh my God, he's a steaming hot sex symbol and we just can't contain ourselves.
Right.
And, you cute, I guess, but you're a man. It's just like the sexuality, it's on a whole other level. Like, nah, girl, if he worked for the UPS, you'd still love him.
Right.
But girl.
The rest of us. It would be like, oh, they're gonna mail me.
He wouldn't want your ass to go outside of the fucking house if he had a regular job.
Right. If you were an unknown woman, you would be getting a lot more random dick thrown at you.
That's just a simple
It's
fact.
a lot of factors at work here, Aisha. Don't take it personally. It's not that you've lost all your sex appeal after you had 3 kids.
So in the words of the iconic Sinclair, woo woo woo.
Woo woo. All over Aisha's light-skinned feelings. Woo
You got
woo
this. Didn't they just have a boy?
Yeah, they had their boy.
They looked just like the other ones.
That nigga almost a year old.
Really?
I think so. Wasn't he born in June or July?
The Curry family.
I need to watch the rest of it because somebody said the real interesting part was when they started talking about race and being light-skinned or biracial and all that. And
I knew the good shit was in there.
Right. I said, bitch, I am not looking. Let me schedule some time to look at that.
Cannon? Is that his name? They just decided not to go with another R one?
Oh, yeah. I do remember it wasn't an R name.
I guess.
What was the other girl? It's Riley and
Ryan, I believe.
Ryan. I don't know why I wanted to say Rhiannon.
I love the name Ryan for a girl.
Yeah, I mean, I love Riley. I mean, I'm not even opposed to Cannon, don't they? Woo!
God damn.
Yeah,
That
somebody
nigga's
said that.
just don't quit.
Oof, I need to watch it for myself. I've heard too many rumors about the whole light skin mixed.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it later.
Yeah, I will. I love Red Table Talk. Continue to bring
Isn't
the
it
mess,
so good?
It is so good.
I loved when Jada was talking to her and she said something to like, oh God, I gotta find the clip. She said your husband in the funniest way. I don't remember what the context was, but she was saying something like, you know who knows? Yo husband. Like, she said it in the funniest way.
Come on.
I know Jada is such a good and fun friend.
Right.
Like,
I really do enjoy that
stand
program. I love entertainment.
That was all this week for the Hot Tops enema of the prostate. We'll just come back in a second to read your filth.
Hey y'all, this week's episode of The Read is brought to you by Third Love. With more than 70 sizes, including their signature half cups, Third Love designs bras with breast size and shape in mind for a perfect fit and a premium feel. Just answer a few simple questions on their Fit Finder quiz to find your perfect fit in 60 seconds. And then thanks to Third Love's 100% fit guarantee, you can wear, wash, and put your bra to the test for 60 days. That's right. They're giving you 2 months. And you know, especially if you got substantial titties like I do, 2 months is plenty of time to break a bra in and know whether you really like it or whether you don't. If you don't love it, just return it and Third Love will wash it and donate it to a woman in need. See, so you're not even being wasteful. This is a hands down most comfortable bra you'll ever own with straps that won't slip, tagless labels, and lightweight, super thin memory foam cups. That 24/7 t-shirt bra, still the most comfortable bra I have ever put on. It is just incredible. And the way that it makes me feel supported and just takes these big old titties off my mind for a little while, I can't say enough good things. Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they're offering y'all 15% off your first order. Just go to thirdlove.com/read now to find your perfect fitting bra and to get that 15% off your first purchase. Again, thirdlove.com/READ for 15% off today. Do something great for your titties. Let's get back to the show.
All right. It's time for us to read your letters.
Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. Oh, we have quite a few updates this week.
Oh.
Do you remember the woman who said that her 10-year-old is kind of making her feel like maybe she's gay or into girls?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we told her that part of the reason why her daughter may be acting like that is because somebody around her is homophobic, and so she's getting the message from somewhere that it isn't okay to be gay. So we got a letter from her mother again, who said, "First of all, something y'all said triggered me. My mother and my brother are very homophobic, and I'm always arguing with them because I don't understand how someone being gay hurts them. My mother uses the F word a lot, and my brother won't even hang out with our cousin because he is gay. I believe that's why my daughter told me, but also why she begged me to not tell anyone else. I'm not going to talk to my family about it because she asked me not to tell her business, but we are going to stop hanging out over there with them as much as we do. I'll be damned if they have my baby feeling like something is wrong with her. I didn't even think about that. As far as her dad, he's not homophobic at all. He just thinks everything kids do now they get off of YouTube." He thinks she caught the gay from YouTube.
Like, do you know how old and dad-like that sounds?
And it's such a daddy-ass thing that she probably got that shit off YouTube. I tell you what. Give her 6 weeks, she won't be talking like that no more.
I feel like it was like the 50s or something. You would be like, "All these kids and that damn radio and that jazz music."
I just love that he thinks she got it off of YouTube.
Like, what? That's not how that works.
I'll mind my business and let her figure out her sexuality. Keep an eye on her, but be there for her when she needs it. Thank you both. Thank you for the update. And yeah, it's definitely her grandma and her uncle that have her shook about this whole gay thing.
That sounds about right.
Woo, mess. So I'm glad to hear that y'all are not going to be around them as much, because she definitely needs to be distant from them niggas. We also got an update from Paige. If you remember, Paige wanted to rescue her friend who is experiencing domestic violence at home, and Paige was ready to run up in there like set it off, and set it off. She got back to us and said, "I finally have my coworker's address. I started picking her up and taking her out of the house and away from this bitch ass nigga. Her daughter has been over to play with my kids. They've had a great time. I've even started taking her to and from work." Oh my God, you are such a good friend, girl.
Very.
Crystal, you were absolutely right about the girls' night out thing. He is bitching and moaning about the idea, saying that if she went to a spa and got a massage, she would be a hoe because she shouldn't be letting anybody touch her body.
What?
As if the dick this nigga is laying down is any good.
What?
I just can't wait for her to fully escape this nigga so we can get on with what I was originally trying to teach her.
What a fucking dumbass.
Lord God. This is just, okay, so...
I can't go get a fucking massage, nigga, because I would be a hoe.
That is just...
Like, are you literally stupid?
Yes. In case we did not already know that, it is confirmed. But
like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Paige says, "I like to make my presence known," and since then he has chilled out on all the rah-rah shit. No more outbursts, things of that nature. I guess showing him that she doesn't need him was just the reality check he needed. Sincerely, I'm still with the shits.
All right.
Paige, thank you so much. We also have, we got a letter from, we actually got several letters from people who work with women in domestic violence situations, and they said, I'm going to read this one from Lisa, who says, "Y'all are totally right. In most cases, the best thing to do is to just be supportive and let them know you're there for them. One thing we do professionally that may also work for Paige is create a safety plan, encourage her to have set people in mind that she might call or go to, maybe even having a safety word she can say on the phone if she needs to make a covert call in front of her abuser, have a meeting in place she can't come straight to your home when something is going on, etc., etc. There are a few examples of safety plans online that may have other questions or prompts that could be useful." And I just wanted to put that out there because that is great advice for all of you dealing with somebody in this situation or trying to be a good friend to someone in this situation. And unfortunately, a lot of us know people who are in domestic violence. Relationships.
That's a great piece of advice.
That's beautiful. So thank you so much to all the mental health professionals who wrote in about that, and also to say, yes, we do have psychologists in schools who are there to like help the kids emotionally, but y'all are right about, there's just not enough money being given to our schools and nobody really cares,
Right.
So,
and I know that a lot of teachers, their the lack of support is reflected in their attitude.
Right.
There are many amazing teachers who are basically doing it all on their own. You know what I'm saying?
And spending so much money out of pocket too when they already don't make nothing.
Right. Because they care.
Oh.
But I've in my own lifetime had teachers who have all but said, I don't get paid enough to really give a fuck about what you're talking about right now. So you either favor or you don't, to me.
Right. I can't, but
especially if you're black and you get into a fight, whether you started it, you asked for it or not. Like you're immediately looked at as like riffraff or a problem or whatever, and then there's like this extra additive of I don't give a fuck or whatever. Like it's just it's
trash. But
throw the whole thing away.
So many of y'all are out there really trying to do your best within a system that is not setting you up to succeed at all. So
and salute you.
Yeah,
salute
huge salute to everybody who is actually trying with these damn kids. Woo! Because the Lord knows. That is not for me. I don't have the temperament, the patience, the none of it. So God bless those of you who do. Let's get right into our first question of the week. This is from Jadalis, who says, I recently moved out of my family home after finishing my master's degree in engineering. My family is pretty well off, and so when I decided to get out of their house, they were super upset with me. They didn't understand how I could have, quote, everything and still want to move out. The reality is my parents are Caribbean, and every time I want to go out, they always got some shit to say.
All right.
My mother has even gone to the extreme of waiting outside with only a t-shirt on. Girl, what?
I make sure I'm picturing like an muumuu-esque.
Right, a t-shirt dress.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Until I got to the front porch and then continued to slap the shit out of me. All right, mom sounds extra, but
yeah.
Not only that, but she literally gets into fights with my younger brother every single day, and I was sick of coming home and not having any fucking peace. I do have loans, and I did get a job fresh out of grad school. I'm making $50,000 a year, and while I can say that maybe that's not a lot here in New York, I just could not stand living with my parents and not being able to do what I want. If I want to sleep over at a friend's house, aka get dick down, should it be this hard?
All right.
Anyway, now when I see my mother, she's always throwing subs about how I just wanted to get away from her and the family.
Yeah.
I didn't want this to cause a rift for family meetups, dinners, etc., but this bitch really just loves to control my life, and I grew tired. Did I make the right decision in leaving my parents' house and taking on the responsibility of now paying loans and bills, or am I wrong in moving out early, notwithstanding the extremely toxic environment my parents put me under? Appreciate any help. Signed, Jadalis. Hope I'm saying that correct, your fake name that you wrote here.
I appreciate the sentiment. Don't see anything wrong with what you're doing. I imagine if you're like going to school, working, both, whatever it may be, and you're coming home, peace is quite important, regardless of where you are. If you're going to be outside with, you know, the wind kissing your inner thighs and smack me in my face because I went out and had a good night, and you arguing and fussing, if I can, within my means, go and stay on my own and have control of my own schedule and time and I have to deal with the drama, I'm going to do that. And if all you can say back to me is, well, you just want to get away from the family.
No shit, girl.
I may not say duh directly to your face, but like, girl, like who the fuck doesn't when they can?
Why else would I be moving? Not to get closer to you. Yes, I moved out to get away. Honestly, if they were just the regular annoying parents asking a bunch of questions, I probably would have told you to suck it up. But the fact that your mama seems to be taking it far enough to like sitting outside waiting on you like a damn teenager, and then to smack you upside your head like you a child, like, okay. I get that I still live in your house, but I'm 25 years old. So you're not going to be just hitting me, you know, like I'm a 13-year-old who broke curfew. No, girl. And if she don't understand that or she feels like that's unreasonable, then I would tell you know what? Have your peace of mind and struggle from check to check until you don't have to no more.
I'm so glad that just about when I was in college, my parents in the whole curfew thing was no longer a thing. They're like, girl, we gave you the best we could in terms of direction. Let us know if you're going to be like out late, and God go with you. You know, like if you end up in jail, don't call me.
It wasn't
that was
really
kind of it.
An issue for me because I did not really have that much of a life. So.
Same. Also,
it was like, you know where I'm at. I'm with the same two girls that
niggas.
I'm always with. We at one of their houses, as always.
We're at Denny's, and That's
get
that.
a hop, and that's it. Like, we going wherever our little high school budgets can afford to take
That's
us.
right. They're probably like, being that broke.
Right.
Like, girl, you can barely afford
I was
gas.
not
How
the
far is she
girl
going?
who got invited to all the parties and stuff. I don't even know if niggas had parties, because even if I was invited, I already know y'all not gonna let me go. So anyway,
and I was such a dork too. So my parents, is he gonna get beat up by a Pokemon? Like, he's not going to the trap, girl.
Right. It was like I had a 0% chance of really getting into some shit, because I was
dumb
just
trouble.
Like, oh man, 17-year-old me, that poor girl. But anyway, yeah, girl. I mean, she was slapping you on the fucking head. Fuck. Well, actually, I don't know if you're a girl or not, but this.
Yeah,
no.
I couldn't guess with that name either.
Yeah, I'm not going to recommend that you put up with that. If you because having peace of mind, it ain't nothing like that. Coming home to your space and ain't nobody dictating what you do and watching you like a fucking hawk, that is priceless. So, but good luck to you, because it is real out here, girl.
It is.
It's real as fuck. So.
It's a major step. But again, if it can be done within reason, I don't see the problem.
But you got that master's degree, so maybe you'll be getting a raise soon. I don't know actually how much help advanced degrees help in this society.
Couldn't guess.
In this current climate. But anyway, best of luck. Our next question. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Woo. Okay. I just don't. So many of these are. Oh. All right. Here we go. This one is from Brieja.
Okay.
I'm trying to pronounce her name. She says, I've been dating a guy for about 9 months, and so far everything is great. He's kind, loving, great with my daughter, and the D is bomb.
But what?
The only problem we have is he doesn't like the way I talk to my daughter, who is 6 years old. I'm very open with her, and I tell her about her body and call her body parts what they are, like vaginas and penis, and I don't use cutesy words like pocketbook or wee-wee over here. He thinks she is way too young to know about her body in this manner, and we have gotten into a few arguments about it because he says it makes him feel uncomfortable. As I've told him before, I tell her these things because my mom never told me about my body and about boundaries that should be set. And I feel like if I had known when I was younger, I would have spoken up a lot sooner about things that happened to me. At the time, I didn't know that people weren't supposed to do that sort of thing. And I would be paying a lot less for therapy right now if that had been the case. I really like him and I really want this relationship to work, but I will not be told how to raise my daughter. What do you guys think I should do? Brieja.
You need to break up with him, soundbite.
Ooh, that's actually a really good idea.
So just press the button.
Something where it's like, is this a breakup with him?
Yeah.
And 98% of the time it will be.
First of all, it's not your baby. So
first of all, this is not your fucking baby.
Like, what the fuck?
We have been together 9 months. She has been my child for 6 years.
I don't give a fuck how you feel about me talking to this guy.
I don't give a hot nut fuck how you feel about the way I talk to my fucking child. Oh, it makes me uncomfortable. Well, guess what? You don't have to be here for this fucking conversation.
You can literally get up and get the fuck out.
I don't care how you feel about that.
And
especially because he knows that you want to be ultra deliberate about it because you suffered trauma as a child and you want your daughter to feel like she can accurately talk about her body and all that.
I was going to say, like,
this nigga's nuts.
To that note, like, I don't know why it would make him uncomfortable specifically, but maybe he needs to talk to somebody as well, and that's his business.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. It'd be one thing if you were like, Daniela, close your legs, we can see your coochie. Like, you know, it's like if you were like,
right.
You know, like using like adult terms to describe her body parts.
Right.
Yeah, I might be uncomfortable too. But if you're literally using the name of the body part and the reason that you're using it as well, I can't possibly find myself giving a fuck about how you feel about my daughter that you didn't.
And that's really enough
you didn't put
all
it on.
by itself.
You didn't put in on this,
She's
man.
She's not your child.
So there's that. And also,
mind your fucking business.
Her vagina is called a vagina. And I want her to know that it is hers, and there are certain things that people shouldn't be doing, saying, or whatever to her. I want her to be safe.
And 6 is the exact age to be having them conversations. Exact age. So
what? If you don't tell this nigga to beat dirt, like...
I know you don't want to break up with him. He seems like a great guy. So maybe before you just automatically do that, say to him, the way I talk to my daughter about her body parts is non-negotiable. It's 0% your business. And if you hate it that much, then this relationship can't go nowhere. Because this is my child. Like, I think you just need to let him know.
The
like,
unfair part.
I don't even understand how y'all have had multiple arguments about this because...
Arguments? I don't know if you've had...
It's literally not a debate. I can't even tell you how hard I would laugh at a nigga who approached me talking to my child and told me he was uncomfortable with the words I was using.
Mouth as wide open as possible, simply cackling. Just laughing my ass off because are you like... Are you an idiot? I'm just trying to figure out.
I would have to excuse myself and be like, I'm sorry, that was... Woo!
Like...
Child, let me tell you what I thought I heard you say.
I'm just... Excuse me, I'm crying. I have to wipe these tears. I'm just laughing so hard. Let me get a tissue because you...
Multiple arguments with a nigga over using the proper terms for body parts with my 6-year-old child who is old enough to understand this. Would it make you feel better if I told her to call it a cootie cat? What would make you feel better about this conversation? I actually don't even want to know because your comfort matters.
So would he have been okay if you would have referred to it as a wee or hot pocket or some other child name? Because she sort of implied that, and that's dumb. I know why some parents do it. I don't think that like doing it itself is dumb, but I think that the argument of you say vagina rather than hot pocket, and it just makes me uncomfortable.
That is
uncomfortably remove your ass from my presence.
Right. Because that just does not make you feel like she needs to be older before she knows this word.
Vagina?
The vagina, which she has? You don't think she's asked her mama, yo, what's up with this right here? What does this do? Because kids do that, nigga. They ask. As soon as they have the words for it, they be like, yo, I have had so many questions. Let me get started.
And she's probably 4 or 5 years away from them discussing it in her classes anyway. Like, I don't...
Right. Kids, that's first grade. They're not talking about anatomy at this point, and certainly not genitals. And they will, I'm sure, have, like, as the science classes progress... The information
junior high-ish, 11, 12.
Like,
I don't know, but like...
There's just nothing wrong with this.
Even before I was in health or whatever class where they started talking about this stuff, I definitely received the classic book.
Oh, no.
You know when the parents are just not having that conversation with you.
They're like, that's my life.
A very lovely white person wrote this book. Yep. Here it is. Read up.
There's going to be an entire chapter in my book about the trauma those books.
They're just
those
awful.
pamphlets.
I hated them.
Because ours were Christian based.
I think mine was as well.
They were even worse. Dr. James Dobson is a horrible person. Wretched white man who has written all about family and raising kids and, a curse upon his house, as far as I'm concerned, for what that man has put out into the world. Because what I never needed was the Christian guide to having your period. I never needed that. I never fucking needed that. The Christian guide to talking to your kids about sex.
Right. And you sending the 6-year-old to school... Girl, her classmates have heard vagina.
Okay.
Penis.
Right.
All of
These
the
kids
things.
aren't dumb.
They're not dumb.
Good God.
And they don't first hear about genitals when they're in junior high school.
Right.
So best believe
absurd.
I want to have this conversation with my kid before the streets do. Where did you come from? Who are you? Like, how did you get in here?
I would have to be like, okay, so let's talk about your upbringing in just a minute. First, I'm going to finish my conversation with my child.
Yeah.
And then there's some shit you need to unpack, but that ain't none of me and my baby.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why that makes you so uncomfortable.
I wish a nigga would.
If you were just using raunchy ass, Skinamax ass vocabulary to talk about her body, then I would be like,
porn to teach her about her body.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
But vagina.
This is the normal, healthy conversations you're supposed to have with your children. How does he not know this? Good God, these niggas. Isn't it crazy how a nigga can be like so great in so many ways and then just be so fundamentally lacking?
And stands up in it. And stands up in it too. Like, great in every way. But here's my dumb shit, and you ain't gonna argue with me about it. I'm so tired.
All right. Last question comes from Young and Dumb. She says,
oh, hell.
I'm a 22-year-old woman who has been in a relationship with the same man since I was 18. We've been married for 3 years and have 2 toddlers.
Oh, God. I mean, all right.
The problem is our relationship.
Sorry, I shouldn't have.
You already did it.
She didn't even get
you
it.
You already did it.
Girl.
The problem is our relationship started off rocky, but I was on that dumb 18, I love this nigga shit.
Right.
Well, it happens to the best
We've been
of us.
there.
He was pretty terrible, but yes.
Yeah, he sucks. But
But he changed and now does everything I ask for. He works hard and does not do fuck nigga shit and is one of my closest friends.
He's 22.
The problem is he is only my close friend. I don't see him sexually or romantically. I honestly just want to be 22 and live my life with what I know now, but he won't let me go. I have told him all these things and he told me he would just like to wait and work through all of this. He is 29.
Oh, I thought that she said when I was 18?
She buried this deep. Right.
I thought she said when we were 18.
No, she said she buried this halfway through the letter.
Oh.
Because at first I was like, well, girl, y'all are both 22. He probably want to go fuck around too. But if he was 27 when y'all started dating, that puts a very different filter over this situation.
Yeah, it does.
You 18 and he's 27 and y'all got married after maybe a year of dating and already have 2 kids. All right. Anyway. He literally won't stop being so sweet and trying so hard to win me over. Am I trash because I don't want to be married or in a relationship for at least another 10 years?
The 22-year-old asks.
Right. Should I suck it up and live the way I know I don't want to for the sake of not breaking up my family? If not, how do I tell him I just want to hoe with my friends?
I don't think you should tell him at all.
I mean, because the group chat probably popping.
I mean, like, that's what they're for.
Right. I just feel so bad because he's an awesome guy, but I'm realizing we're not compatible and never were. I want to go out and party occasionally, like once a month, and he'd rather I not do that or dress a certain kind of way because I'm a mother now.
Oh, hell no.
I realize that I stayed with him for the wrong reasons, and I don't want to be unfair to him because I do not love him in that way. Sincerely, Young and Dumb. My God. Sweetheart. No shade. Please take this with the love of Christ. You are still young and dumb because in this letter, you are worried about hurting his feelings, talking about you don't want to be unfair to him. Oh, my God.
The 29-year-old that married you when you were 18.
You called him a good guy who is so sweet and is just trying to win you over. And yet it's not clicking that this man was 27, pursuing an 18-year-old, married her. You said y'all been married for 3 years. You're only 22. So 19 then. Mm-hmm. The very next year. And locked you down with 2 kids already.
What the fuck?
He's 29 now. You're 22. Sweetie, if this was a good man, if he was somebody worth, not being unfair to or whatever else, he would not have done that, first of all. Something about that entire situation is sketchy. At 29 and 18 or 27 and 18, I'm wondering where the other 27, 28, 30-year-old people are in your life. Even 25.
You know what? We've had that conversation a lot. And maybe we're just different.
No,
I don't know.
I don't like it. But the fact that he tries to control you going out, he tries to control what you wear, he tries to put it on your motherhood like you're a bad mother or unfit because you party or put on, your finest Fashion Nova.
These are signs of a different thing.
The worst red flag of them all, he will not let you leave. Girl, this is not no good man. Sis, you do not have to worry about being unfair or feeling like you led him on. Sweetheart, you were not the one in control of this relationship. I really need you to internalize
You shouldn't
that.
even be shocked that you at 22 have this desire to go and live your life and see what else is out there.
That's very normal
because
for
you're
22-year-olds.
22
Right.
and you've been with the nigga since you were 18. You don't know shit about shit. Duh, you want to go hang out.
Not only
that shouldn't
was
even
your-
shock him.
Not only was your brain not fully developed then, it's not fully developed now. You still got like another 3 years.
Even if you stay married to this nigga that you are saying right now, you know that you're not compatible with.
Girl.
All you're gonna do is just stack up the resentment until you reach 29 and this nigga is deep into his 30s or whatever, and you just stuck it out because of what?
No, ma'am. This nigga is, I won't say he's a creep. I will say all the information you put in this email makes me believe he's a creep.
He sounds very controlling to me at the very
And
least.
he sounds like one of those weirdo whack niggas who is constantly going after young girls because grown women have too much going on and see right through his bullshit. So you got to find somebody young who don't know no better, who he can easily impress.
Well, younger people are impressionable.
And make them feel swept away, you know?
Yeah.
It's very easy to play an 18-year-old. That's what I'm trying to get her to understand, sis.
Many other girls your age, guys even at that age, wouldn't even be considering like, oh girl, you know what, I actually want to go and do my own thing.
Right.
Like being that swept up with somebody, especially somebody older, and then getting married and having kids. I feel like a lot more people at that age would be trying to fight to figure it out, even though they know that it's not working. Whereas you seem very clear and like, okay girl, shouldn't have married you. You're super nice or whatever, I guess. Thanks for the babies, love them loads. But I want to go do
for me to go,
I'd like to get some different kinds of dick.
Yeah.
Go to the club and wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. It's just not working.
Right. I think you're going to have to stack your shit up and get all your ducks in a row and then surprise divorce him, because you've already been honest with him about the way you feel and he's like, no, we can work it out. Like, no, that isn't it. Like, I'm not willing to work it out. That's the thing. You don't have to bend over backwards to make this marriage work. You don't want to be in it, period.
Right. And if you were older, I would probably say, at least go and see if you could get like marriage therapy or couples therapy at least once or twice and see where it goes or whatever.
Right.
If you were older.
Maybe
but
even
again,
if y'all were the same age.
Maybe even if you were both 29.
Yep.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because as we've said a million times, 29-year-old me was in a completely different mindset when it comes to love, dating, sex, all of the above than 22 or even 23, 24, 25.
Right.
So, yeah, if you were like the same age as him, even I might say, oh, go and try something out or, and see where it goes. But the fact that you're 22, like, girl, there's no argument. I don't think that you really need to talk to anybody. No. Like, you've been with this nigga since before all of the good shit happens. Like, so like, duh, of course.
Get out of there now so that you don't spend your 30s regretting the fact that you didn't do something until you were 29 that you wanted to do when you were 22.
I mean, you can still have loads of fun in your 30s, yes. But
right. No, I am having actually more fun in my 30s than I did in my teen years because I was repressed, or in my 20s because I was broke. I'm having a great time.
But also, like, because you just have a different view on all of those things. Like, we maneuver in dating, flirting, liking someone, and all of that stuff differently than in our early 20s. So,
I'm also grown now. Like, I'm a real grown up, like a real ass grown up. It is like literally nobody in charge of me. So,
but you're right. Even like insane shit like trying to control what you got on because you're a mama.
Yeah,
like,
fuck
what?
That. Nigga, what? Okay, I'm a mama and I'm fine. And I'm finna put on my Fashion Nova and go. I don't.
I'm sorry.
No. This nigga is trying to control you. Honestly, that's why he picked out an 18-year-old, because y'all are easier to manipulate.
Just saying.
And he's trying to keep that going. And so that's why I think you're gonna have to make all your arrangements and then, be like Beyonce and left a note in the hallway. And I'll see you in court to talk about child support because, well, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to back down on that. I don't trust this nigga. So.
Yeah, a lot of the little clues that you've given in the letter.
There's just too much in here.
He seems like he is a bit controlling. And again, knowing that you started dating at 18 and that you're 22 years old, it should just kind of be, I understand trying to make it work or whatever, but I don't think that it is about that as much as it is trying to keep you linked down and controlled.
I agree. And if it makes you feel any better, you can tell yourself that if he really is that great of a guy, 29-year-old single man is not going to have no problem finding another woman or another wife. So,
especially since it seems you don't like him.
Right. And if he's all that sweet and loving and doting and it's not just something fake that he was doing to get you to stay, but like that's who he really is, then he is going to have no problem finding a woman who wants to be treated like that. So if that makes it easier for you to leave him, then do that. But girl, I'd be damned if I go to fucking marriage counseling and try to work out a decision I made at 18. Oh no. You know what we could do instead? Let's just burn it up.
Get out of here while you can still, while you can still remain steady in your twerking stance.
Yes,
because I'm here to tell you, you hit your early 30s, bitch, and those knees you're not going to be
It's not going to be the same. I'm going to tell you right now.
Them bows ain't going to hit your thighs like they used to, bitch. I'm here to let you know.
Right. So your mama, sister, daddy, cousin, whoever going to watch the kids for you once a month so you can go out and have a good time. You know what? You do that because it's not that as a mama you're not supposed to. Hell, as a mama you deserve to. Like you need time out with grown people in a grown setting because you know what you're doing otherwise all fucking day? Watching JoJo Siwa on YouTube and wanting to die. And she got 2 toddlers. On top of that, the work. Woo! Oh no, girl. Sorry, sis. Good luck to you. I know this is going to be hard, but no.
Sounds like it's not going to be that hard.
Leave that nigga well, I just mean like the whole kids part, really trying to balance the parenting between the two of you.
Yeah. You're right.
Right. But because he sounds, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden, once you leave, this nigga does a total 180 personality-wise.
A completely
and he
different
becomes
person.
Fucking wretched. But we're not going to wish that on your life. Good luck to you. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We will be right back.
Hey y'all, so listen, would you buy a t-shirt for $50 if you knew that it only cost $7 to make? Probably not. With Everlane, you never overpay for quality clothes. Everlane only makes premium essentials using the finest materials without traditional markups. They want you to know what you're paying for and why, so they tell you their real costs and radically transparent about every step in their process, from the materials they use to the ethical factories that they work with. Everlane's clothes look better, cost less, and last longer because Everlane sells directly to you. Their prices are 30 to 50% lower than traditional retailers. Essentials like their Cotton Crew t-shirt are exactly what they should be. Simple, stylish, and made from quality materials.
Yes, I am a big fan of... a big fan of Everlane. Somebody write that down.
I like it.
I think it'll take off.
Yep.
But anyway, sometimes you need clothes that are a little bit more... I'm really into like investing in pieces that I can wear with a lot of different stuff and like trying to not constantly wear, sports bras and tennis shoes every day, trying to put real clothes on, stuff like that. So I really love the day loafers. Oh man, what else did I get? Oh, nigga, them linen pants. My God. A dream to have on the body, okay? It's like the clothes just feel so good. Like the different materials and stuff they make. I know it's like 100% grade A cashmere, the cotton basics and everything. It's not like, trash that you get at some discount store. It's like quality, well-made products with like a lot of love and attention and all that put into them. You can actually check out the stuff that Kid Fury and I picked out at everlane.com/theread, and you'll get free shipping on your first order. So head on over to Everlane and take a look at what they've got. I think you're going to find something you like. That's everlane.com/theread, everlane.com/theread. All right, let's move on.
Now, listen, I know that a lot of y'all have had some sort of a vision of a project that you want to start, and you're thinking, goodness gracious, I need to get some of this internet buzz flowing for my idea, but I don't know how to start a website. It sounds super confusing. Well, we're here to let you know that it's really not that hard. With Squarespace, they make it easier than ever to launch your passion project. Whether you're trying to start a new business for yourself, maybe you want to, sell Blaze Hers, or
Big puffets.
hair, whatever it is that you want
All
to
kind of
do,
stuff.
blog, talk about wigs. You can do all of these things and more with Squarespace, the perfect tool for you. They've got amazing templates that can make your website look pretty much like with any theme that you can think of, lots of different tones and stuff from some of the best designers in the world. And they've got the ability to customize pretty much anything that you're looking at with just a couple of clicks. We've used Squarespace tons for our own websites, and it's really, really easy.
Right.
They've got a powerful e-commerce functionality for those of you who are planning on selling things. And everything is going to be optimized for mobile use right out of the box. So you don't have to worry about patching anything, upgrading anything, or doing any twists and turns trying to figure out how to get your website to look right on a phone. You can buy domains very simply, and you'll get the help that you need with Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support in case you need to ask somebody to help you. Squarespace empowers millions of people, from designers to lawyers, artists, gamers, restaurants, gyms, and more. So turn your great ideas into something real.
That's right. Head on over to squarespace.com/read for a free trial when you're ready to launch, and use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a site or domain. Again, squarespace.com/read, offer code READ. Build something phenomenal. It really is incredibly easy to use. All right, let's get back to the show.
Okay, so it's time for the read.
It is. Do you have one this week?
Yeah, why don't you go? What is yours?
Well, I don't even, it's not even really a read. It's just, I'm so tired of this fucking government, and I just have so many I have feelings to get out.
Okay.
So if you want to go first, that's fine. Or if you want me to go first, I will.
Go ahead.
I'll just let it out. All right. So again, y'all's fucking president. My God. I
know.
It is absurd. I feel like I'm going to abuse that word.
Yeah, fair.
But absurd is what we are living under right now. Your president is trying to invoke executive privilege over something that he has already allowed people to go and talk to however many investigators. Like, this is something they have already been allowed to discuss. Pardon me. And it just feels like more and more, you know what I'm starting to realize? Because you know how I am with cable news. It's always on in the background of my house. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to realize that they are playing the long game as far as this is concerned. The reason Bill Barr is about to, risk being in contempt of Congress and possibly being jailed, and the reason why the FBI, or not FBI, actually the FBI might be the one agency that is not drinking the Trump Kool-Aid, but the reason that the IRS won't release his tax returns, which is like a direct violation of a law, and all this other shit, is because they are going to battle it out in the court system with Congress for as long as they fucking can, and they are going to drag this out into the next election. Why does that matter? Because of this OLC memo that says a sitting president cannot be indicted. That is the only thing that is keeping Donald Trump from going to jail for a potentially very, very, very long time, because the number of crimes that we are finding out this president has committed is like growing by the hour. It is getting worse and worse, and it doesn't help him that not the Mueller report part might be done, but there are still 14 other investigations relating to this presidency going on in different offices. So if he loses the election and is no longer in office, they can then prosecute him for these crimes, this obstruction of justice and shit like that. The problem is that if he's reelected, I think almost all of them, maybe all but one or all of them, period, will go past the statute of limitations. So once he's out of office in that second term, he doesn't have to worry about ever facing any consequences for all the bullshit he's done. More than anything, I want Donald Trump out of office. I feel like it is my heart's desire at this very moment in time. And I realize that impeachment is not going to happen. You have to have 2/3 of the Senate. The Republicans are absolutely not going to turn against him. They have a majority in the Senate anyway. So even if the House votes to impeach him, the Senate is not going to remove him from office.
Right.
He is going to be in office unless something egregious, insane happens, which you never fucking know, to be honest, okay? It might. But otherwise, the Republicans...
like he could burn the whole White House down.
I mean,
at this
really.
point.
And the thing
Nobody's
is,
gonna,
it's these people, they are just such bitches. Like these are the most bitch-made motherfuckers I have ever seen. People who used to talk cash shit to this nigga during the campaign, 2016 campaign, are now bending over to suck his dick from the back now that he's in office. It's like, what? The energy was not kept, and I don't understand. But for whatever reason, the Republican senators look like they will bend over backwards to make sure this president is not removed from office. Mm-hmm. And so this has been bothering me for days. I have been stewing.
I get it.
Because there's nothing that leads me to believe this man is going to actually try to keep Russia or China or any other country from interfering with our election again. He already will not reprimand Russia. He's already acting like his own intelligence agencies should not be believed because Putin told him he didn't do it. So, oh, well, I guess he didn't do it. He's already doing that, okay? So it's not even that I believe that our next election will necessarily be fair, at least at the presidential election.
I damn sure don't.
Because, again, we still have some time, thankfully, for things to change, but I don't have a lot of hope that they will. What I need, and I know I'm talking to a bunch of people who are very tired of being told, go vote, voting is the answer, blah, blah, nothing matters if you don't vote, you can't talk if you don't vote. I get that. And I get that because of the Electoral College, a lot of us feel like our individual vote don't even matter. So, like, why put out the effort and all that shit? And already people are talking about how, it's too many Democrats running. I don't want to keep up with all this. People are already disillusioned and jaded as fuck. And really, the government is to blame for a lot of that because the government gives you reasons to be tired
That's
and
fair.
feel like shit is never going to change. It's like there's so much that's unfair about the system. But I just have to encourage us to, I won't say start like donating all of your time and attention to the news like I do because it's a mistake. Don't do that.
I still don't know how you do it, bitch, but I respect the fuck out of it.
It makes me feel better to be abreast of the bullshit. It really does. And then, sometimes it's like the same headlines over and over. I'll mute it for a while.
I check in like twice a week.
But, when I come back, there's always some new fuckery. Like now, Donald Jr., I think, is being subpoenaed. But by the Republicans in the Senate? I'm so confused. But anyway, I got to read up on that. But anyway, what was I saying? Right. The election. I would encourage, especially those of you in red states, those of you who live in like red or purple or states that swing back and forth or whatever, like any way that you can get involved locally. And actually that goes for everybody. But it's more important in the red states because of the Electoral College and the fact that states that have, a third of the population of New York get a handful of Electoral College votes just like New York does. The fact that it isn't, fair, but it is what it is. And the fact that if we can move the House and the Senate over to the Democratic side, even if the president is still Donald Trump, that helps stop Donald Trump's power at an incredible degree. When we flipped the House in 2018, that stopped a lot of the bleeding. And the fact that Democrats have control over the House of Representatives right now is the reason why so much of this shit is getting acted on.
Yeah.
Imagine if, here is the motherfucking gag. Robert Mueller had to end his investigation before he interviewed Donald Trump because Donald Trump flatly refused to sit down and talk to him. He would only submit written answers through his attorney to Robert Mueller. And if Mueller tried to wait for Trump to sit down with him, Trump would have waited it out till the next fucking election because this nigga is grimy. So he had to end it then. And trust me, if the Republicans were in control of the House of Representatives, we would be going no fucking where on the Mueller report. We probably wouldn't have even gotten the redacted report released because all of them would have backed up Bill Barr's lying ass. And we would just be frustrated knowing that something is out there and we'll never know what it is. Or, they're just doing everything they can to make sure that they nigga remains in office so they can fill the courts with a bunch of asshole Republican judges and, change all these laws to make sure they discriminate against the rest of us. So I just want to urge everybody, I'm not even gonna limit to people in red states or swing states or whatever, just everybody who gives a fuck. It matters so much, not even necessarily the presidential election. Maybe we're going to get to that day and you're like, I hate them all. You know what? Don't vote for the fucking president, but please vote for your House representatives. Please vote for your senators. Please, 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 please. Because, and I'm not trying to like cape for the Democratic Party. Me and the Democratic Party have a lot of issues.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Them niggas are way more centrist than I am. Almost all of them. Okay, I'm over here with AOC. Like I'm way to the left of Pelosi and probably even Chuck Schumer, certainly Joe Biden and Barack Obama, certainly. So don't even come over here with all that. But the Republicans will only feed this cancer that we have in the White House.
True.
They will only enable it and let it continue to grow. The fact that the Senate still has that Republican majority, that's how he stays alive. That's how he gets anything done. Like that's like his artery. That's his main. That's his aorta, nigga. That's the big one, nigga.
His IV.
And if we can cut that off, bitch. Not saying he is, completely struck of power or anything, because he's still the fucking president. If that's the case, and I just don't trust. At this point, I don't trust our election results. So, but if we can,
Me neither.
Right, and it's sad that we feel that way. The fucking government, the fact that Republicans know the election wasn't fair and they don't care because they nigga won.
Yeah.
And it's like, we have a foreign government interfering in our election. That goes against what America's supposed to be. That goes against the democracy. And y'all are literally like, LOL, don't care. Let's move on. Mitch McConnell said, case closed. Nigga, the case is not closed. The case is literally not closed. 14 other niggas is still investigating this nigga. It's not closed. There's a lot going on here, my nigga.
Ugh.
And now I'm certain he's gonna try to block Robert Mueller from testifying in front of the Senate. He's already trying to block Don McGahn from doing it. I know, and it's just like, dog. If we can, so again, let's just, for those of us who feel passionately about this, or if you've been feeling like, I want to do something, but I don't know like where to go. I don't know how to get started, whatever. Google like your city and the local Democratic office or the candidates. Like there's so many different ways to get involved. Watch the Netflix has a documentary about AOC and some other women who won their races. I think it's called Knock Down the House. Watch that and maybe get involved with one of those groups that is like nationwide and just trying to get people involved. Just whatever we can do to get people to understand that if you want the bleeding to stop on this situation, we are going to have to get the House representatives and the senators. Like we need a Democratic majority in the Senate. We need it in Congress. We need it because otherwise this nigga gets to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. If it was still fully Republican on both the House and the Senate, probably we would have the wall under construction right fucking now. So who knows how much longer the government shutdown would. Wouldn't even been a shutdown because the Republicans would have approved whatever the fuck budget he wanted, like just whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Yep.
So I know that y'all are probably like, okay, old woman, we don't care, but like I'm hoping a few of you do care. Because
I can't imagine how you can't.
It just. I don't want to wish that America would be better, but I cannot help it. And so
we live here.
If I can do something to just because like
and pay taxes.
Babies in cages and niggas acting like it ain't nothing wrong with that. Come on, y'all. Everybody is seeing like the smallest tax return they've ever gotten, if they even got a refund this year, because Trump gave y'all a few pennies back throughout the year and was like, oh, well, fuck your refund. So that all of the very richest people could pay even lower taxes or no taxes at all. It just, please. So, yeah, I'm done.
Well said. I totally agree.
I feel so strongly about this and I just want, I actually signed up to be one of those people who does the robocalls. So it's just going to be like a robo-dialer calling random people. And I'm going to be like, hello, have you heard of the election? Are you registered to vote? Let me tell you why we got to get these fucking Republicans out of here. I'm going to be one of those bitches. Just whatever I can do. Like anybody, I'm sure most people are going to hang up on me. But anybody who wants to have the conversation, we're going to have the conversation. whoever I can reach, I'm trying to do it.
Amen.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Well, I just have two white women I want to talk about very quickly. First up, Taylor Swift. Let's discuss Mayochella, or as I like to call it, Poachella, or
I like that.
Green Bean Casserella.
Poachella is it's brilliant. I really love it.
Home stealing.
What I saw on that stage.
So, of course, this didn't come to our awareness until the very moment that we left the studio last week.
Right,
Since
like getting
then,
in cars.
Yes. Since then, I've had time to think about this and calm down a bit.
You are so dumb.
Here's the problem I have with this mudfish and her entire orchestra. The performance itself didn't offend me, simply because there just isn't a living moment underneath God's moon, sun, or stars that you could ever in your life touch what Beyonce does. You could only try and fail miserably each time. I mean, your band wasn't even on beat. So there's the very beginning as well as the end. It was over before it began, as far as I'm concerned.
It truly was.
So my annoyance is more so attached to the nerve. And I feel as though Taylor Swift and her team, that I'll just be referring to as the League of Doom, Legion of Doom.
Oh no, I don't get it.
I feel wholeheartedly in the depths of my being that if they didn't through and through watch Beyonce's performance and say, let's do something like this, that they were quite aware that there would have been comparisons made to what Beyonce did, and instead said, fuck that, we're going to do it anyway because niggas didn't invent the marching band. I know that that's what happened. This is like the second or third time of that I have seen with my own eyes. This woman magically having like the same silhouette, or trying to have the same silhouette, lighting, color scheme, blocking, all
pose.
of everything the same. Like this whole long extended intro with this band that doesn't seem to know how to play, that you just got from fucking Shady Pines somewhere. And then like the week 2 color scheme, the fireworks that come out with the light that's shining behind you so we can only see your silhouette, and you attempting this same pose that Beyonce does at every single one of her concerts. You're inspired. We have described Beyonce as the blueprint numerous times. I don't call Beyonce the blueprint for no reason. The girls look at her performance, her stage presence, her ability, and they say, I can only try. And that's fine. Loads of really well-respected artists are quite open about being inspired by Beyonce. You, however, I feel, much like a lot of your white fans, are quite aware of the comparisons, and you reach for the stars knowing full well that you can lean back into the statement of, oh, well, Beyonce doesn't own marching bands. Black people didn't invent the marching band. Maybe Negroes did not invent the marching band, but we damn sure perfected it. Much like many other corners of the arts.
And that's
And
it.
for the longest time, forever, you have been like, white people have had all of their eyes all over Black culture, the stuff that we are either doing in our schools, our street corners, like at home in the living room, child, whatever, like have just been gazing from your palaces up yonder at Negroes, just being Negroes and trying our best to enjoy ourselves like that. And you take the stuff that we do ever so well, and then you take it back to your white boardrooms and stuff and filter it out into the entertainment industry in your little Lunchables version that bitch just did at the BBMAs. And then you get to be like, oh, well, Black people can't own a word. You can't own a genre. Why can't white people rap? That doesn't make any sense. All of this, and then 15, 25, 30 years later, only white people are charting in that genre.
Woo.
And the conversation for the longest time is, oh, well, black people don't own anything, and you didn't invent anything, da 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 da. So people's kids and grandkids or whatever come out here thinking that, oh, rock and roll just fell out the sky. White people made country.
Elvis Presley.
Like... No. Yet she has performed with bands before. Yes. Girl, even if I wanted to have a band in this performance, after that Coachella performance last year and this documentary that just came out, I would have still just keep the band. What was even the theme? You had a marching band and then niggas with purses and umbrellas. What were you even going for? Beyonce didn't have a band just because. And I'm not even going to get into all of the reasons because she literally gave you a Netflix documentary that, bitch, I know you watched that explains how and why all of those things they even came together. So again, it's not even the performance or the fact that she had a band or whatever that irks me. It is the fact that white people are doing the same thing that they have always done when white artists, and this isn't even exclusive to like, you know, entertainment or the arts or whatever you want to call it. This is really like, we be talking about dentistry, we could be talking about sports, we could talk about anything, you know, clothes, anything across the board. White people are accustomed to acting like, oh, well, y'all niggas don't own anything and what's wrong with it and making this whole thing. And I really feel in my heart of hearts that she and her team are aware of that. And they do these things anyway, knowing full well that her stands and whoever, that, you know, all of her white friends will come forward and be like, well, Beyonce's not the only one who loves drummers. I'm tired of it. Like, bite my dick. I'm over it. I don't even, like, honestly, again, girl, you can try your damnedest. Your damnedest.
You can.
It will always be the unseasoned and oven-baked version of what the queen does.
That's right.
It's just, you could never, ever in life.
Literally.
But the sheer nerve, the gall and the audacity of you to try it and then lean back in this, oh, well, niggas didn't invent marching. I'm tired of it.
Right.
I'm tired of it. Because niggas can't do anything in what you assume to be white spaces, even when they are not, without us having to deal with all of your fuck shit and having to work 10 times harder to even slightly penetrate that white wall that you build up there. But you homegirl, every time one of y'all are very clearly biting on the girls, it's, oh, well, let's just have a conversation on how you niggas don't own anything. Yeah, we know that, girl. That's how you like shit. That's how you like things.
Right.
I'm over it. I'm tired. And you, again, simply could never in your life. So that was really the milder, toned down version of what I would have said last week.
Right. She's lucky.
Had we had known it happened before we walked up out of here. But like, girl, I'm so over it. That song is trash. The whole performance itself was just like some fucking unrequested Walt Disney bullshit that don't nobody give a fuck about, girl.
Right.
And then the nerve of you to try and come out here with some tights and a fucking mini dress on and try to pose like Tina and Matthew's child. Girl, get the fuck up out of here.
Sis, your silhouette can't compete where it don't compare. It don't. I don't know why you did that. Jesus Samara already told you name is Longback. It don't understand why you won't accept that.
That
I hurt myself.
So funny.
The fact that Jesus knew immediately, did not even have to think about it.
He said it immediately, and Charlize Theron was like, wait. Like, she sat there for like the rest of the clip just completely.
She has a long
phased.
back?
Like, wait.
Jimmy Kimmel had to leave. He had to get off camera. He had to turn his face. Because you know you're not allowed to laugh at that.
So
I screamed. But yeah, honestly, what your point about how the drummers weren't even a real part of the performance makes me feel like she did it on purpose.
Exactly.
She literally did that knowing that y'all was going to be sick.
There was no
knowing
need
that
for
we were
them.
going to be pissed. Right. Because I was like, let me find the whole performance so I can figure out exactly how much I'm going to drag this bitch. Because if she really thought she was going to put on a mini version of Beachella, I just have to see all the ways where she was sorely fucking mistaken. But she really used the marching band and then her opening pose or whatever to piss people off and to get them probably talking about the performance, probably to do exactly what I did and drive more views to it on YouTube.
Because wasn't nobody talking about that video that came out for the
Right.
song, which looks like they probably spent a decent amount of money, especially in comparison to Taylor Swift videos.
I haven't even seen that video.
It, again, looks like something that was left off of a Disney soundtrack because we
Okay.
don't really care and the
Right.
song ain't good.
I mean, it just was, the performance was awful anyway. But then once I realized that you used the whole marching band thing basically
Why?
to piss us off, like you did that just to piss us off. I'm like, all right, so this goofy
And they
bitch-
weren't good.
And but I knew they wasn't going to be good because they looked like every other white marching band. White marching bands are nothing like us.
And look what they had to work
Nothing.
with.
First of all, them niggas don't march. They do not march. They ought to be called scooting bands because they scoot their feet on the damn field. They never hit 90s. They don't probably even know what 90s are.
Mm-hmm.
They don't memorize their music. They be out there with them little fucking sheet music hanging things off the side of their shit. I'm like, bitch, I wish we would have. We had a different whole ass field show every week, ho, and we was out there practicing every day, 2 hours a day to get there. Like, I don't want the shit that they do is the shit I did in my elementary school orchestra, bitch. That is nothing.
Child, one person in horn start Marvin Gaye, and the next thing you know, half a second later, the whole band
Bitch.
just impromptu is playing.
Do you understand what a black band means to a football game? I don't. Oh my God. So when I saw
Black
them
bands
ridiculous
literally
ass-
have their own football game.
When I
like, girl,
black bands are the football game.
like that's the reason
98% of the
that we
fucking
go,
time.
hun.
Niggas first created Battle of the Bands so we could just see the bands and cut out the football bullshit.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, y'all really feel like Bring It On just fell into somebody's minds. It's like the girls went over. They go to see the girls play the band, play the instruments, and dance and shit. And nobody ever gave a fuck about the football team that sucked anyway. Yeah, you do. You girls do be paying attention to what we do, and you try your absolute best to copy it where you can.
Right.
And then you act like, oh my God, but black people aren't the only one. And you didn't.
So now you insulted my intelligence. Like, we don't all know Beyonce just did this. Like, we all remember it from last year, and then it just came out on Netflix. So please stop acting like I'm a fucking dumbass.
And that is further reason why whiteness in itself is so infuriating. Because it's like, on top of being absolutely unfair, illogical, and destructive, like, it's also an insult to any of us with intelligence.
It is.
Because like even everything that you were just talking about involving this administration is just, it's filled to the brim with, let's just keep speaking to y'all like you dumb.
Yep.
We know that you know the real truth, but oh well, what you gonna do about it?
If we never say that we know, then we just don't know. And that is, your president uses that for every dictator who does something fucked up. He used that to excuse Kim Jong-un after they killed Otto. And then, did you know Kim Jong-un sent this nigga a bill of $2 million for Otto's hospital care?
I did not.
I don't know if he actually paid it, but that nigga sent an invoice. Like, so we took care of your white boy, and this is how much it costs. $2 million USD, but he died. He came back comatose. We don't pay $2 million for people to like not make it. I don't understand, bitch. But what did Donald Trump say? Fuck Kim Jong Un? No. Donald Trump said, well, he told me he ain't know nothing about that, so I guess he ain't know nothing about that. Anyway, Taylor Swift is trash. That was always the case. It will continue to be the case. She will always be store brand Sweet and Low, where Beyonce is organic Manuka honey.
It's like, why, if I could have, Nobu or Philippe, any of those, why on earth would I have Arby's?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Why would I do it?
It's like you could have a birthday dinner at L'Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You could go to that restaurant in the Eiffel Tower where it's like $5,000 a plate or whatever. You could do something grand.
Maybe breakfast at Tiffany's.
Or you could drive a beat up Ford Tempo to McDonald's and order off the dollar menu. It's up to you. Which would you have? I mean, it's, we all have different tastes. What does your palate tell you to do? You let me know.
Besides that, I simply just want to ask this other white girl one question. Sansa, this nigga asked you to do one thing. He asked you to do one thing.
This bitch.
He asked you to swear that you wouldn't tell anybody what he was about to tell you. Not even a full 24 later, here comes Sansa running and telling this nigga's business. What is wrong with her? Like, and I fully believe that Dany, anyway, I feel like they're implying that she is destined to have the same sort of mental issues that her daddy did, I guess, because her mom and daddy were siblings, whatever.
I mean, this is a reasonable reaction, though.
Right. I mean, but aside from that, like, even when they were in the room and she was like, if you tell anyone, swear you won't tell anyone. If you do, they'll take what's rightfully mine. And like, she's definitely like experiencing or displaying to me anyway, signs of like paranoia. And I will just, at this point, I'm so close. Any one of y'all could die. So who wants to try me? Like, what time is it? She asked this nigga, even in her selfishness, and I absolutely believe that Jon Snow would be a better king because he doesn't want to be king. Right. Like, you know, but she was right. She told you to your face. Mm-hmm. If you tell them, especially that fucking redhead, they're gonna fuck all this shit up. Woo. And he just wouldn't listen. He just wouldn't fucking listen. And of course, as soon as he's underneath that goddamn tree with Bran and Sansa and the doll.
Okay, the bad bitch.
First of all, I live for the fact that she gave Gendry that kiss or whatever and was like, congrats on your whole new little thing.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay, that's cute.
Any one of these hoes, these Westeros bitches would be great. It would, they'll probably love you to pieces. Mm-hmm. I ain't no lady. Thanks for the dig.
Yeah.
It was great. Sidebar, you didn't tell me in that video that the girl posted, Sansa, I can't remember her real name for the life of me right now. Sophie Turner. You did not tell me that she said in that diving in that pussy video,
and that's the tea.
And that's the tea.
You're right, I didn't. I did not say that. She's a mess. That bitch is always drunk. I mean, I can relate, but girl.
So funny.
It was.
Anyways, I knew.
Arya said, this is honestly very lovely. However, I'm a whole ass warrior. I'm finna saddle up and ride out.
I don't know if you heard or not. I saved the world last night.
Literally, I did that.
So
y'all niggas was getting drunk and I was over here practicing.
I don't want you.
Do you understand?
You literally can't handle a bitch like me.
And I just killed the Night King and you thought I was gonna be a housewife? Make it make sense, Gendry.
Are you stupid? Like,
who you talking to?
If you don't go make something,
if I was Arya, I would have turned around like, there's a bitch behind me. I know, cause nigga, what? I don't have time for that.
Dick was adequate. Thanks so much. Going about your life.
Really appreciated it. Had a lot of fun. But no, go find somebody else, nigga. You crazy?
This nigga asked his sisters to just shut the fuck up. And not even a day later, he gonna look at Bran for like he was itching to tell them to, so hey, by the way, this bitch I'm fucking is actually my auntie. Your daddy, my uncle. So
right.
I'm the next in line, girls. Hey. Like, he was dying because he felt like he owed them this shit or whatever, which fine.
Right.
Bran's fucking shady ass said, girl, it's up to you, sis. It's not my business to tell, even though I did.
Right.
But
Bran's like, you already know what you're doing. You already know what you're doing. You telling Sansa who wants anybody but Dany to be in charge? Arya, fine, because you see Arya tucked that down somewhere and then went and got on the fucking horse.
Right. Arya was like, you are so stupid. All right, bye, girl. Like,
this is very dumb. I don't have time for this.
Not a day later, you tell Tyrion?
Like, Tyrion wasn't gonna tell nobody.
Who immediately goes and tells Ross Matthews. I don't have time for this shit, bitch. Like, what? Like, are you what? Sansa? And I'm like, I'm trying to understand.
Woo.
I understand. You don't know her.
Right.
Her attitude stank.
Yeah.
She brought a fucking Starbucks drink to the fucking powwow for whatever reason. Like, you just don't trust this bitch. But has she really displayed anything that would make you almost immediately break your promise to your fan band? I'm just so lost. So now they finna go through.
She swore it.
You didn't even try not to say nothing, sis.
But I feel like John had to know Sansa would do this. He
Right.
had to. You know Sansa. So maybe deep down John does want it to get out, but he don't want it to come from him.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I agree that John seems like too good of a person to rule.
And I also feel like they don't even really, like, them feelings that they found for each other or whatever, neither one of them genuinely feels that way anymore.
Well, I know Danny's pissed.
Yeah.
She's sick. And she was right. If they
I don't think
found
she's like really like, oh, I love you and I don't want anyone to ruin anything that we have. AKA,
Right.
you don't want for this nigga to say too much.
Right.
And them come for your throne.
Right.
Because you're not even interested in trying to rule with this nigga or, oh my God, nephew,
Right.
congratulations.
You ain't trying to share the throne.
Like,
yeah.
You'll have one of these dragons eat him before and the guy, because they ain't gonna do it. So, like,
Well, his dragon died.
yeah.
God damn, dog. I was not ready for that.
I was like, so
In 20
I thought that we
seconds.
would have gotten to episode 5
In 20 seconds, the dragon
With the
was
break.
under the water.
and we just never saw him again.
So what the fuck
Oh,
was
okay.
that?
Sure.
What and why would Danny even approach like that? I don't understand how we didn't come in with like
She's not
flames
thinking
coming.
straight. Like, I think even in that scene where she was after the dragon gets shot down, where she's flying at that fleet like
Right.
head on,
Like,
even
bitch,
though
are
they
you
have
crazy?
more of them. I feel like that was almost a sign that like she's just not thinking straight.
Yeah,
You know?
because that was absurd. And Sansa, to her credit, did try to tell her, bitch, the armies is decimated. Them niggas is
Yes.
tired. We don't have
I
time
need
for
some
this.
Herbalife and like a
Cersei
nap.
has been plotting. The bitch knows you coming. So like she's ready. She done brought all the people into the fucking keep because we both know if you
I
trying
wouldn't
to
be
get to her,
surprised.
you're gonna have to kill them.
I wouldn't be surprised if she sent some more niggas to Winterfell. While they're
Ooh-wee.
where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While the niggas that they do have are in King's Landing. So,
I just know that a lot of people are finna die.
Cersei has had loads of time to get her pussy ate and plan how to fuck with y'all
Right.
before you got to where
Loads.
you were supposed to be. And I don't know
Loads.
what the fuck Tyrion thought trying to go over there and talk to her about her fucking kids or whatever. Like, nigga, are you dumb? Like, are you stupid?
You really tried to convince Cersei that she wasn't a cold-hearted killer when we all know she is.
She don't.
She
blew up
the
a
fucking
ton.
set, my nigga.
Like everybody, and smiled about it and drank her wine.
She caused the deaths of her own children, you know, inadvertently or not. She just...
And I feel like that's what he was trying to get at with her. And you could see it struck a nerve. But it was like, you know that this is just going to piss her off.
Right.
Like, she doesn't feel like y'all gonna beat her.
I mean, Missandei was never going to be freed, no way. But if you thought that was going to keep Cersei from killing her, you had to know better.
I mean, we knew one of them was gonna die.
We knew
But-
light skin love wasn't going to last.
The moment I saw them niggas on that boat holding hand and smiling, I was like, curtains. I don't know who's curtains. But one of y'all are going and you going and
Yeah,
out.
they showed the picture of them from the back. I said, take that lovely snapshot because that is the last time them niggas is going to be happy.
The end of that.
That's it right there. I knew it. But I think
At least she ain't go out no.
Danny at this point don't give a fuck. She's very much like, I'm finna be queen and I'm gonna take it if I have to. She's not that.
She was ready to burn the whole fucking shit
She
down
was.
before that.
She was.
Now she's super pissed.
Oh, so what do you think about the theory that maybe, remember that time Drogon went off for a while and then came back? I've seen it float around that maybe Drogon went off and laid eggs somewhere. And so maybe some more dragons will be coming in the next 2 episodes.
I love this theory. I have not heard that theory or even thought about it.
Oh, okay.
But if that, oh man, they got to do that. They got to do it.
Yeah.
Not even just because it makes sense or it's perfect for like the plot, but I just
Yeah.
think that it would be great because it's like the only dragons that they have known about, like the whole entire world,
Right.
is her 3, and now she has 1. So it would be cool to be like, oh no, actually we just had a whole mess of them, and the dragons ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I just hope Dany doesn't die. But even if she does, they'll still have Jon.
You know, I wonder
Or
if they're going to just kill a bunch of townspeople next week and then save all the main characters till the last episode, or how many more main characters are going to die.
I think that a couple of really And Amelia Clark was on, I don't remember which late night show, but she was like, episode 5 is way bigger than episode 3. Find the biggest TV that you can to watch it.
Oh, really?
Like, she really like hyped it up like it's unbelievable. So I know it's going to punch us in the heart and balls in many ways, but I think way more people are going to survive than we assume. Because the cast is just too fucking big.
Right.
People are just going to end up, in different places, and we'll see sort of how things work out. Definitely think that Jamie is going to kill Cersei now.
You do?
Yeah.
I think the Hound is going to die while he and Arya are on their way to King's Landing, and Arya is going to take his face and kill the Mountain.
Ooh. Definitely could see him dying, and I won't mind how.
Yeah, the Mountain Ben need to die. I really want him dead. That's an awful being. That's not even a human no more. That thing needs to go.
Yeah, it's so gross.
He probably like the Night King. You got to use dragon glass. Like nothing else will work.
Surprised.
I wouldn't, because that is not natural. So.
He's got an infection.
But yeah, now that I know Sansa's staying in Winterfell, I do think and I think that's why Jaime had to leave his girl. And man, Brienne. First of all, shout out to all you nerds who sent in letters as Brienne this week.
That is so fucking hilarious.
Y'all were like,
because as I watched it, I was like,
I don't know what to do.
This is such a read letter. Like I was watching
this dude.
it.
I lost my virginity to him, and now he's talking about he leaving me for his sister, and I'm just like heartbroken. I don't know what to do. Crystal Kid Fury, please help. I'm like, y'all niggas.
I think he's gonna kill her.
I do too. I think but I did love that he told Brienne, you think I'm better than her, and I'm truly not. You see Bran over there? That was all me. I did that shit. I would have killed literally anybody for Cersei. I murdered all kind of people for her. So
I don't care who kills her at this point. I just want her to die.
I definitely do not want her to. Right. I just don't want her to live. I really don't. I don't want Euron. I actually don't want nobody. None of the characters based in the castle to live. I hate them all.
Quite
I hate that assistant nigga.
Each of them
I hate them all. I hate them all.
Like,
for what y'all did to Miss Hyundai, it's wrong. Oh, but did you see the video of the two actors dancing to that song? Yes. That was really cute.
I love that.
I was like, okay, I feel better now.
Like, of course, the two Negroes on set are just out here having a good time singing the classics. Oh, man. That must be so much fun to film.
Right, or was.
Or was for one.
So, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens on Sunday, but damn, I'm not ready.
Even a day. Not even a day. Like,
that's a girl.
Girl, you just couldn't wait to find somebody to tell. You hate her that much, but I can't even be too mad because you're onto something. I still hope they don't kill my girl, but.
Dany took a few L's this episode, so I think she's got some wins coming.
I hope.
Yeah. I just hope she don't murder too many townspeople in the process, and I feel like that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, but I don't give a fuck about them townspeople.
Oh, my God. The whole point is, like, these are the people you're supposed to be ruling. The goal is not to kill them so that you can be the queen.
Right, that's why they went out there and tried to get the bitch that they already hate to refuse to surrender. That way they could be like, well, we tried to be peaceful with this bitch.
The fact that either one of y'all really thought that either one of them was going to surrender to the other, it's like, this is absurd. You got to be joking my shit.
The fact that y'all stomped out there in the first fucking place was kind of pathetic, honestly.
I did love that fake politeness between the two hands, though. I did like that. You know what that made me think of? Like two gay niggas like being catty but trying not to be overt about it. That was what that gave
Tyrion
me.
Very quickly was like, girl, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk to you anymore.
Like that's my fucking
that's
sister. That's
actually
girl.
my sister.
Bye, girl.
Like, bitch, I don't even know why the fuck I'm talking to you. I know all her tea. Like, get out of my face.
So yeah. All right.
I don't know what to expect next week for real, but I know that if it's really the way that Amelia described it.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
Even after they shot that goddamn dragon out of the sky, I was like, there's like maybe 10, 15 minutes left of the episode, and I was like, here goes my heart rate again. Yeah. Like, I can't.
Because that's not the last death.
Right. I'm like, here we go. Oh, they've done lost homegirl. Guess what's like? She's dying now. All right, cool. Let's do that. So. And
Euron is all jazzed up now because she done officially lied to him and told him that was his baby.
I hope he finds out before he dies.
Fell for this.
I hope somebody tells him.
I hope Jamie do it. Mm-hmm. I hope when Jamie gets there, he be like, nigga, you know that's my baby.
Bitch, please.
Ugh, can't wait. I love this fucking show.
All right, so that's it for me.
Okay, great. That wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out on social media and our website. Allthisistheread.com. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Philo. They have over 50 of your favorite channels like HGTV, one of my favorites, AMC, A&E, and so many more. Enjoy live and on-demand TV, plus unlimited recording for only $20 a month. That's no contract, no credit card needed. It's on Roku, iOS, Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. So go ahead and start your free trial at philo.tv/read. That is philo.tv/READ. That is a great deal, boy. Live and on demand and recording.
I know.
Man, and I love saving money. It's my favorite thing.
So I think that's about it.
You got to read Alex's long ass text messages. Remember?
Yeah, totally. We have some announcements. So the Roots Picnic is coming up on June 1st in Philly. We'll be having a live event there, so you can go to rootspicnic.com for tickets and further information. Also, on the 22nd of June, we will be at the Warner Theater doing our live show in DC. So if you want tickets to come see us in DC next month, you can go to Live Nation. There's going to be a pre-sale Thursday, so today, I guess, at 10 a.m.
So probably it will have started before this episode even comes out.
You can use the pre-sale code REPLAY if you want to get the pre-sale tickets at Live Nation, and general public sale begins Friday at 10 a.m. So if you don't get pre-sale tickets, you can just go and check out the public sale on Friday at 10 a.m. So again, if you're in DC and you want to come and be shady and talk about your nigga with us, on June 22nd at the Warner Theater, that's where we'll be.
Yep.
And we will be in Philly on June 1st for the Roots Picnic and all of the Black madness that happens there.
Yes. So thereadlive.com for that.
Yes. And I think that is just about it for announcements.
Again, the pre-sale code is REPLAY, REPLAY. Don't want any confusion on that.
Yep.
Amen. And yeah, I think that's the end of her text message. So I looked at that earlier like, girl, what the fuck? I'm not reading all that. Woo! Shout out to my only white friend, Alex. Okay, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye, people.